Okay, please, as you join, if you can hear me, let me know. Like and share, and let's get more people on the live. Um, let's get more people on the live streaming. Like and share. If you can hear me, let me know. Let me know if you can hear me. Let me know if you can hear me. If you're live and you can hear me, please let me know. And if the network is stable, I also need to know if the network is stable. Yeah, please keep liking, so that we can have more people on the live. Keep like and share and tap so that we can have more people. So that we can have you seeing the topic. So after the live streaming for yesterday, I had so many questions from people who have also been transitioning from Christianity or from a foreign religion to IFA. I had some questions, so that's why I'm going live today to answer those questions, because responding to everybody one by one will be crazy. I have loads of questions. So that's why we're doing this, so that we can answer the question together. We can all have the answer. Please like and share. Like and share, like and share. Let's get more people on the live, and then let's get started. I can't see any activity here. Can't see any activity here. Like, share. The more likes we have, the more viral the video will go, so that we can have more people. Keep tapping so we can have more people. While we wait, let's give special iba to our Orisha Oshun, to our Yeye Oshun. You see, okay, let's get this. Okay, yes. Keep it going, keep it going. Let's
Yèyédé ibi gbogbo lọ́nà ládé kojú o. Ibi gbogbo lọ́nà ìdí bómi. Ibi gbogbo lọ́nà ẹ̀wù jímọ̀dé o. Ibi gbogbo lọ́nà ládé kojú dé o. Ibi gbogbo lọ́nà ládé nímọ̀dé o. Ibi gbogbo lọ́nà ẹ̀kú sọ̀la. Apẹ́ ló lò sọ̀rọ̀ ọmọ o. Abiyamọ bọ̀jà ńlá. Ọlọ́jà gbọ̀rọ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ o. Abiyamọ tí retí ń gbé ládé kojú Ọ̀ṣun ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ olóyà yìí. Olóore lóde kólé o. Àlàló ti Àkúrẹ́ pèrè kúnlẹ̀ jámọ̀ ẹ̀yà túmọ̀ tó ń bọ̀ lá onígbàgbé oníbùwọ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ lóde Òṣogbo. Orépa lódò pa o. Oore yeye. Ó máa pa ó pa o. Oore yeye. Ẹ máa ń kórè yeye. Oore yeye. Orépa lódò pa o. Oore yeye. Ó pa o. Oore yeye. Oore yeye. Ọ̀ní bá wà jí o. Oore yeye. Ọ̀ní bá wà jí o. Oore yeye. Ọlọ́wọ́ ìjẹ́. Orépa lódò. ṣẹ̀kẹ̀ṣẹ̀ wẹ̀rí mi síre. Adékọ̀jú wẹ̀rí mi síre. Ọ̀ṣun ṣẹ̀kẹ̀ṣẹ̀ wẹ̀rí mi síre. Wálé ọ̀la wẹ̀rí mi síre. Ọ̀ṣun ṣẹ̀kẹ̀ṣẹ̀ wẹ̀rí mi síre. Wẹ̀rí mi síre. Ọ̀ṣun ṣẹ̀kẹ̀ṣẹ̀ wẹ̀rí mi síre. Wẹ̀rí mi. Ọ̀ṣun ṣẹ̀kẹ̀ṣẹ̀ wẹ̀rí mi sílẹ̀ Òṣogbo wẹ̀rí mi síre. Wẹ̀rí mi síre. Wẹ̀rí mi. Ọ̀ṣun ṣẹ̀kẹ̀ṣẹ̀ wẹ̀rí mi síre. Wẹ̀rí mi síre. Wẹ̀rí mi síre.
Welcome to the live. All right, thank you guys. Keep tapping, keep sharing, keep liking so that we can get more people on this live. For those of you that were on the live streaming yesterday, thank you so much. I shared my story, I shared my journey, and trust me, it was just a part of it, but it was very expository. And I got a lot of questions after that live in my DM, via Telegram, WhatsApp. Some people even called and they had tons of questions to ask as they are transitioning from foreign religions to IFA. So I'll be taking those questions today so that we can all learn, because I'm sure we're all going through the same thing. Instead of having to answer each person one by one. Anima Shaun, thank you for the gift. Let's keep tapping, let's keep tapping, let's keep doing our stuff, and let's get it to more viewers. There are so many people now thinking of it, a lot of us that are practicing IFA at the moment, especially the young ones, the younger generations. I'm speaking my generation and younger generation. Mr. Moron Foye Eshegon, thank you for the gift. Thank you. I appreciate it. It's encouraging. A lot of us, my age and younger generations, most of us were not born into ISHESHE. We were not born into families that practice IFA. So, give or take, we are all transitioning. For those that were even born into those families, you probably drifted along and you went to get born again and you went to collect hijab at one point or the other. But now you're finding your way back to African spirituality, and there isn't really anybody to guide, to direct, how do you do this? A lot of the questions I got from yesterday was, how do I pray now moving forward? What do I replace my Sunday service with? What do I replace my morning devotions and morning prayers? All of these things. Some people even keep asking. They still feel a sense of guilt, Once in a while, your spirit just says, are you sure you are doing the right thing? Are you sure there's God in this thing? A lot of questions, and there isn't anybody to ask, really. So that's what we're taking today. Guys, keep tapping, keep tapping. Let's get to 5K and then we will get this party started. Yes, it's a party. It's a party. But while we're doing that, I woke up this morning with the energy of Oshun. Despite the fact that I'm a Yeye Oshun, there are times when I just, wake up with this beautiful energy of hers, and I want that to flow to you.
Àgò àlejò ṣé ká máa pọ̀ ìyá ń bọ̀ àgò lọ́nà oore yèyé máa ń bọ̀ àgò lọ́nà Ọ̀ṣun máa ń bọ̀ àgò lọ́nà Ọládé kò jù àgò lọ́nà oore yèyé máa ń bọ̀ àgò lọ́nà ìyá mi máa ń bọ̀ àgò lọ́nà Adé kò jù ìkọ̀ra tí ń gbénú omi ẹ̀wù tí alágbòlódò ni mò ń ké sí lọ́wọ́ àkúrẹ́rẹ́ bí ẹni sùn ọba àbí ni o àkúrọ̀rọ̀ bí ẹ̀sùn ọba òde ìjẹta lọ́kùnrin àlùkò lóbi ìpàjẹ́ fọ́ra wọn di alọ́mú ìdá lọ́wọ́ ewu jí ìdẹ lẹ́sẹ̀ yé adékojú ẹ̀wọ̀ra ti gbé lómi àgọ́lọ́ oore yèyé máa ń bọ̀ àgọ́lọ́ ọ̀sùn máa ń bọ̀ àgọ́lọ́ ọ̀sùn onídìí amáwọ̀ mọ́rọ̀ ni mò ń gbé sí lọ́wọ́ o yóò ní ṣe bẹ́yìn níyà ọ̀la ọ̀sùn mọ́ sí dalẹ̀ jẹ́mi ọ̀làdékojú ọ̀sẹ̀ gẹ̀ẹ́sẹ̀ dákun mọ́pọ̀ mi dà sínú mi ọ̀làdékojú àgọ́lọ́ oore yèyé máa ń bọ̀ àgọ́lọ́ ọ̀sùn máa ń bọ̀ àgọ́lọ́ ọ̀làdékojú máa ń bọ̀ àgọ́lọ́ ìdẹ́lọ́wọ́ ewu tí ìdẹ́lẹ́sẹ̀ èmi ládékojú ẹ̀bọ̀ra tí ń gbẹ̀mú mi ládékojú ọ̀sẹ̀ gẹ̀ẹ́sẹ̀ ń wò sí àbí èmi ọ̀sùn oníkèyí dá mi lóhùn wọn ni kò bẹ̀rẹ̀ fún àgọ́lọ́ oore yèyé máa ń bọ̀ àgọ́lọ́ àní omi ò lápá omi gbégi omi ò lẹ́sẹ̀ omi gbèyàn lọ ìfòòró ayé mi omi gbé lọ omi ò lápá omi gbégi omi ò lẹ́sẹ̀ omi gbèyàn lọ ìfòòró ayé mi omi gbé lọ ìdààmú ayé mi omi gbé lọ àgbàná ayé mi omi gbé lọ ìfòòró ayé mi omi gbé lọ àbíkú ayé mi omi gbé lọ oreye ọ̀sùn oreye ìyá o oreye ọ̀sùn ìyá mi oreye ìyá o oreye ọ̀sùn oreye ìyá o oreye ọ̀sùn oreye ìyá o ọ̀sùn oníkìí ọmọ ọmọdé lè ní pé sí yóò ní ṣe bá wọn nìyá ọ̀la ẹgbẹ́ yeye ọ̀sùn yeye ọ̀sùn yeye ọ̀sùn ẹ mọ̀mọ́ bá mi kórè yeye ọ̀sùn yeye ọ̀sùn yeye ọ̀sùn.
I want to make sure we have more and more people on the live so that people will learn instead of me having to respond to everybody one by one. If you're just joining, yesterday I was live for almost 9 hours telling you my journey, my story. And yes, it was recorded and it will be on YouTube later on next week. It will be edited and put on YouTube later on next week. So you can, it was fun. People were here, stuck here for hours yesterday. So trust me, if you missed it, you want to catch a replay. And then after telling you what my journey was like, transitioning from Christianity into African spirituality, into IFA, into ISHESHE, a lot of you had questions to ask, and I put all the questions together. Some of them were frequently asked, some of them were personal questions, and I will try my best to answer as many as I can today. Keep tapping, keep liking, keep sharing, and let's get this party going. But meanwhile, let's give
ìyá ọ̀sùn o yèyé ọ̀sùn ọ̀làdékojú mi yèyé ọ̀sùn yèyé ọ̀sùn ìyá mi yèyé ọ̀sùn o yèyé ọ̀sùn ẹ bá mi kórè yèyé ọ̀sùn ìyá mi lábímọ mọ́ dáná lé ọ̀sùn là ń fẹ́ yìí kí lábímọ mọ́ dáná lé ọ̀sùn là ń fẹ́ yìí kí ládékojú àbímọ mọ́ dáná lé ọ̀sùn là ń fẹ́ yìí kí àbímọ mọ́ dáná lé ọ̀sùn là ń fẹ́ yìí kí ládékojú àbímọ mọ́ dáná lé ọ̀sùn là ń fẹ́ yìí kí àbímọ mọ́ dáná lé ọ̀sùn là ń fẹ́ yìí kí. ọ̀sẹ̀ gẹ̀ẹ́sẹ̀ alágbòlódò ni mò ń ké sí lọ́wọ́ ládékojú ẹ̀bọ̀ra tí ń gbénú omi ọ̀sùn mọ́ sí talẹ̀ jẹ́ bí mọ́pọ̀ mi dà sínú omi tọmọ tọkọtaya. ọ̀sùn là ń fẹ́ yìí kí àbímọ mọ́ dáná lé ọ̀sùn là ń fẹ́ yìí kí àbímọ mọ́ dáná lé ọ̀sùn là ń fẹ́ yìí kí àbímọ mọ́ dáná lé ọ̀sùn là ń fẹ́ yìí kí àbímọ mọ́ dáná lé ọ̀sùn là ń fẹ́ yìí kí. ọba yàrá mi kára mọ́ ọ̀tá o.
ẹ ṣé o mo dúpẹ́ o oore yèyé o ìbà ọ̀ṣun ṣẹ̀ǹgẹ̀ṣẹ́ ládékojú ẹbọra tí ń gbénú omi awẹdẹ kó tó wẹmọ ọ̀ṣun ṣẹ̀ǹgẹ̀ṣẹ́ yèyé àṣèbà lọ́tún àṣèbà lósì àṣèbà gbogbo àwọn ìyá ọ̀ṣun tó wà níbí àṣèbà ẹ̀yin olómi tútù o, omi o, ọ̀tá o, ẹ̀rí o, àgbá o, oore yèyé ọ̀ṣun o. Thank you very much. We are going to 10K before we start because I don't want to. Somebody is coming on the live to ask me the same question I've asked. So we're at 6K right now. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. I put the questions together here. Oreye Oshun Oshun Shengese. á dúró tì wá. Omi ò ní wọ́n wa nílé, omi ò ní wọ́n wa lóde. Ọ̀ṣun ṣẹ̀ǹgẹ̀ṣẹ̀ á fi re, á fi jókòó tì wá. Ládé kojú ẹbọra tí ń gbé nínú omi, kò ní bá wa jà o, láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Oore ni yèyé máa ń kó kiri, oore làwa náà máa rí gbà lọ́wọ́ yèyé Ọ̀ṣun, láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Oore owó, oore ọlá, oore ọlà, oore ìdùnnú, oore ayọ̀, àlàáfíà, ìlọsíwájú, oore tá a máa gbà lọ́wọ́ yèyé Ọ̀ṣun nìyẹn o, láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Àṣẹ, àṣẹ. So questions, I have listed some of them out, but you know something that is interesting, right? One of the interesting things, let me go and eat because we are leaving, we are leaving here by 12 a.m. Don't worry, I'm not leaving here by 12 a.m. Oh. He said, I want to go and sleep. But you know something that caught my attention in the questions that were being asked is people that are coming from white garment churches. You know all this, you know them now. Àwọn church aláṣọ ẹ̀mí, wọn láwọn àkókò aláṣọ ara ni wá. Àwọn church aláṣọ ẹ̀mí. So I had a lot of people that have transitioned from white garment churches to IŠẸŠE, and most of them, Ọbàtálá ni wọ́n, Ọ̀ṣun ló ń ṣe, Yemọja ló ń ṣe, Ajé ló ń ṣe, Ajé Olókun ló ń ṣe, a lot of them. So don't you think that it is safe to say that a lot of people who have calling ní àwọn church aláṣọ ẹ̀mí yẹn, òrìṣà ló pè wọ́n, wọn ò kàn tí ì mọ̀ òrìṣà ló pè wọ́n, and a lot of them are there tí wọ́n rí vision òrìṣà, tí òrìṣà ń pè wọ́n, tí òrìṣà ń fi ara hàn wọ́n, àmọ́ wọn ò lè dé church lọ sọ pé òrìṣà ni àwọn ń bá ṣiṣẹ́. And I know that there are a lot of people on this live too who are like that. You are at the moment identifying with a white garment church, but deep down inside, you know that your white, that your funfun is either Òrìṣà or Ọbàtálá, or is Ajé, or is Ọ̀ṣun. Ibi tí funfun ẹ ti wá nìyẹn o. So this is a safe space for you to, reach out and say, I'm ready. I know you have the nudging in your spirit, but you're scared. You don't know what people will say, friends and family. Some of you already have high ranks in the white garment churches. Ẹ ti gba ipò ńláńlá, ẹ ti gbàmì òróró over and over and over and over and over again. So, to pull out of that and go and start all over again, you don't know what it looks like, you don't know what the future holds, and you're scared. Trust me, all of us were all scared. Nobody knew what the future held, but we just could not continue to fight it. And I will tell you that you will find peace when you stop fighting it. A lot of you need somebody to hold you by the hand. Keep tapping, keep liking, keep sharing. I will not start until it's 10K, but let's just first of all, before we get to 10K, let's continue gisting. So a lot of you need somebody to hold you by the hand. Some of you, ẹ wà ní CAC, ẹ wà ní kíní kan, àwọn Pentecostal, àwọn Orthodox, gbogbo yín bẹ́yẹn ṣá, ẹ ti mọ̀, ẹ mọ̀ pé iṣẹ́ òrìṣà lẹ ń jẹ́ o. Ẹ mọ̀ pé gbogbo bàtọ́ bá ní kẹ́ ẹ jíṣẹ́, gbogbo bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe ń gbàdúrà, tẹ́mi ń gbé Ọbàtálá ló ń lò yín, òun ṣe kíní kankan. And you know that you are convinced in your spirit, or some of you are still like, no, it is because, see, let's think about it. Let's start with this first. Àwọn tó gbé Christianity wá sí Nigeria, the people that àbí wá sí Africa, the people that brought Christianity to Africa. I know a lot of people will argue, no, Christianity tàbí church or whatever it is started in Ethiopia, blah blah blah. Kò sí wàhálà. Kò ṣáà kì í ṣe ọ̀dọ̀ wa ló ti bẹ̀rẹ̀. It didn't start in Nigeria. So the people that brought it, go and look at how they are practicing it. Go to their Orthodox churches and look at what they are doing. Àwọn church ayé ìjọ́un, mélòó nú wọn lẹ́rí tí wọ́n ń wọ́n omi káàkiri, tó ń pín omi káàkiri, omi ìyè o, holy water. How many Orthodox churches are doing that? How many church of, all those Asian churches, where the whole idea of church started from. Mélòó nínú wọn ló ń ṣe? How many of them have anointing oil that they are sprinkling? How many of them are falling under the anointing? How many of them are seeing vision and doing this and shaking and Igbo let's ring them? How many of them? We can categorically say none. But you find out that those churches that have all of these things, the use of water, the use of oils, the use of spirits fall down under the anointing manifestation. Spirit is manifesting, healing, deliverance, all of those things. Most of them are associated with people of color, people of our color. Most of them are associated with churches that are owned or largely influenced by Africans. I need somebody to let me know if I'm right or wrong. Maybe you have gone to one church in Europe or in church àwọn funfun ṣá, ẹ ti lọ church òyìnbó kan rí, tẹrí wọn tán wọ́ omi tí pastor ń ṣe gbúgbúgbúgbú tí gbogbo wọn ń gbọ̀n tán ṣubú. Let me know if you have seen one. Torí mi ò rí rí. It's not all of them that have the boldness that we have to come out and say we do IFA spirituality. Yes, I understand. Now, you see that those African churches that practice this, they got it from our tradition and our culture. Now, let me explain to you how that is. When they came with the idea of church, say for example, they came with it to Nigeria. Let's narrow it down to Yoruba land, to our villages. Take for instance, if I'm from Ile-Ife. So they came with it to Ile-Ife. Their first set of members were people that were coming from Ifa. They were people that were associated with one Orisha or the other. Àwọn tó ti ń bọ Orisha náà ló kọ́kọ́ lọ sí church wọn. Now, those people went in with the practices from where they are coming from. Naturally, you go from the known to the unknown. Naturally, they took their water from Oshun and brought it into the church. Naturally, they took all the activities of Obatala, they brought it into church. Naturally, that's what they are used to. Now, wọ́n wà ní church. The only thing that these guys have taught them is to pray. They preach and they pray. Lord, they sing hymn and they preach and they pray. They stand up and they sing hymns. Now, where did you think the idea of drumming, dancing, and sweating and jumping in church came from? If you cannot find it in the ancient churches, it was never in their practice, and it still isn't part of their practice. Shango is the one that has all the drummings and the singings. When you see the devotees of Shango having their ose or their odun, you understand what I'm saying. They drum, they sing, they dance vigorously. Shango had it, singing and dancing, and ibi tó ti fà wọnú church yẹn torí church tó kọ́kọ́ mú wọn lọ hymn ló ń kà o, hymn ni wọ́n ń kà. That's the only thing. Hymn 104. Amen. Wọ́n á dẹ̀ jókòó, wọ́n á máa lọ, wọ́n ń pàtẹ́wọ́, wọ́n ń jó. Ibo wá làwa ti rí. So you know that all of these things came from our ancestors and our forefathers that came in. Aboru Aboyo. It came in from them. And then they now started, okay, now they are in church, like I was going to say. They are in the church, they are sitting down, they are reading the Bible. I'm switching the net. I'll switch the network now. Please let me know if it's better, if this is better than the previous one. You guys, we got to 10K in about what? In about 30 minutes, thereabouts. It's better now, okay. We got to 10K in about 30 minutes or 20 minutes, and now we have been stuck there for another 10 minutes. No, now. Keep tapping, keep liking, keep sharing. We hit like 250K yesterday, and looks like it's better now. Okay, let's enjoy it now. So that's where they all came from. Now, people are in the church, they need healing, nothing is happening. Then the babas that they have brought, they are telling their leaders in the church that, okay, we have a way we are doing it, though. We can give you this and this. from our forefathers and our ancestors. This is the way we used to deal with, illnesses and all that and all that. And they now brought in their practices. They brought in the water, they brought in the oil, they brought in all the practices that they were already used to in African spirituality. They brought it into the church, taught them how it is done. Maybe they even made one of our Oshun priestesses that they converted, made her deaconess, mother in Israel. So anytime you are sick, go to deaconess, because the deaconess that they just gave title now, your Oshun, she's used to using her water to heal people. It's a normal thing. Then they bring it in like that. And then people are coming to the pastors to ask them, please, how do we know what's going to happen tomorrow? I'm going on this journey. How is the journey going to be? When we were in IFA, they will tell us what is going to happen. They can literally see the future. They don't have anything that sees future on me. They don't have. So they will now start to do manifestations from all the fathers that came in from Obatala. They now start to demonstrate the things that they are used to. Because there is nothing. Look at African churches and then separate them from the roots of Africa. You will see what is left there. Who taught them how to lay hands on somebody and boom, the person just falls down? If you have ever been to a congregation or an Ijo of Obatala, you understand what I'm saying. All these manifestations that a lot of you think that, it doesn't happen, it's fake. Maybe in the church it might be fake, but come to Ifa, it is real. The spirits, the energies of those orishas that they are associated with manifest through human beings. They see things, they hear things, they speak, they foretell. They are just, when it gets very overwhelming. If you have ever attended any Oshun Oshogbo festival, or you've watched anyone recorded on the TV, on YouTube, you understand what I'm saying. They will hold those Oshun girls, they will hold them back from going. Because the moment they step into water, one lay low, you will see them struggling with hefty women. Small girls like this. Is the spirit of Oshun, the energy of Oshun that is manifesting through them. We are the ones that own it. Onse church ló ti wá. So some of you will watch it, and then because I saw a video that somebody posted of I think it was Ose Obatala or so. And the person said, why is Ifa priest and priestesses, why have they started doing like the white garment church people? I said, Nibo Dakpada. We are not doing like them. I want to copy and be by. Let's keep liking, let's keep sharing, let's keep liking. Celebrate my team. Okay, how do I do that? I see something pops up that says I should celebrate my team. Can you still hear me? Is the network still stable? Is the network still stable? Can you still hear me? Is the network still stable? Okay, I think I've done what I understand. Can you still hear me? Is the network still stable? I need to know that you can hear me and the network is stable. Okay, all right. So let's run through the questions. Let's run through the questions. So I don't want you to, all of you that are feeling bad, it's okay that some people cannot come out publicly. We all have unique stories and unique journeys, and it doesn't make their transitioning any less than our own. It doesn't make their transitioning any less than mine. I'm trying to see. Said I should celebrate my gift that I don't know how that is done. Okay, all right. I just did that. Okay, I just did that. That looks interesting. So let me run through the question. The white many churches have Obatala root. Exactly. That's just simply what it is. They are just, it's Obatala that is working through them. They just don't want to accept. One day, very soon, they will come back to where they came from. They will come back to where they came from. Is it only Oshun that heals with water? No, it's not only Oshun that heals with water, but majorly, her mother, her, how will I put it, the motherhood energy that she has over the years been celebrated, elaborated, and then she has become more popular than all the other orishas that heal with water. Yemoja does too. Yemoja does too. Uluweri does too. Aboru Aboye, Prince Badebo Eshedonisa. Aboru Aboye. Okay, let's go to the questions. Let's take the questions. Keep liking and sharing. I want to see that heart flowing like constantly. Just like heart is beating. Let me continue to see it and see that heart is beating. Thank you for the gift. I appreciate it. Let me celebrate somebody else. Today is celebrating. Please, what is the difference between Oluweri and Yemoja? Okay, it's like you're asking what's the difference between Taya and Kende. They are different. There is no similarity. They are okay. I think the only similarity is that they take their source from the water. Oluweri is an Orisha. Yemoja is another Orisha on his own. Another Orisha on his own. Oluweri ẹbọra tí ń gbé Yemoja ẹbọra tí ń gbé ní omi. Yeye ọmọ ẹja, the mother of the fishes. Oluweri Magbojo is a different thing entirely, a different entity entirely. Yeah, I hope I've answered your question. I don't want to go into explaining all of that today, but we have a course at the IFA College, Orisha Studies, that you can register for and learn that. So let's take the questions. Let me go through the questions, and if you happen to be on this live and you sent in questions and I haven't answered your questions, right, please just pop up your questions. So I typed them out here. Okay, so the first question says, what is Ifa and how is it different from the other religions? She was asking, exploring Yoruba. Okay, she was asking based on, okay, so she said she told her husband that she wants to pick up this new religion, in quotes, that she wants to start to explore Ifa. And her husband is asking her, what is this whole Ifa thing about? And she says, see, Mama, I'm drawn to Ifa, but I really don't even know how to defend anything that I'm doing. All right, let me read out the answer that I gave. Ifa is part of Yoruba, or Yoruba spiritual tradition is rooted in Ifa. Ifa is an embodiment of knowledge. Ifa is like an encyclopedia of knowledge. Ifa is the voice of Olodumare. Ifa is the words that Olodumare speaks to us. Ifa is the witness of our destiny. Ifa was the one that was there to witness our destinies. All of these beautiful things are the definitions of Ifa. But generally speaking, Ifa is an embodiment of knowledge. Now, Ifa is not the religion that we practice. Ifa is not the spirituality that we practice. The spirituality we practice, or if you want to use the word religion, although in Africa we don't have religion, the spirituality we practice is inside Ifa. But that is not the only thing inside Ifa. I've said it 1,001 times. Ifa contains a whole lot more than that. All right, so basically that is just what Ifa is. Now, Ifa focuses on personal destiny, it focuses on community balance, and the connection between us, the Orishas, the ancestors, and Olodumare. So basically, when you speak about Ifa in the context of the spirituality of the Yoruba people, there are four entities that are very important. That is Olodumare, the first and the most important, then you, the Orishas, and our ancestors. Our ancestors play a vital role in our form of spirituality in Ifa. The second question, most frequently asked, person said, who is Olodumare and what role? What's the difference between Olodumare on this side and God in the church? Keep tapping, keep liking, keep sharing, and let's go. We're just on top K. That's like really very low. A lot of more people need what we are speaking about today. You enjoyed yesterday, right? It was because somebody shared it for you to see. Was because the video was going viral and it popped up on your screen. That's why you could join us yesterday and enjoy it. So please just do the same thing. He says, who is Olodumare? What's the difference between Olodumare and God? And what role does Olodumare play in Ifa? Because a lot of people will say that, oh, we give appeasement to the Orishas. What exactly do we do with that entity called Olodumare? Olodumare is the supreme being, the source of life and the existence of everything. Olodumare is the one that delegates the task to the Orishas. He does not interfere, or he or she, I'm choosing to use the pronoun he. He does not interfere directly in human affairs. He has given instructions and directives and powers and energies to the Orishas. That is why we interact with the Orishas and not saying that, oh, we are giving ebo to Olodumare. So he's the supreme being. He has delegated, his duties, the powers, and every other good stuff to the Orishas. It's like you have the president of a nation who is there, up there, and then you have the vice president, you have the governors, you have the local government chairman, you have the councillors, and da 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 to the least person. Did you just say up never? No. Yeah, right. To the least person, That's the same way Olodumare also delegates or has delegated different things to different orishas. Oshun takes care of fertility, motherhood, and all of those good stuff. Ajay takes care of the financial activities like the Minister of Finance. Ogun takes care of the war, takes care of technology and everything that has to do with metal. And all of them, the ones that take care of fire, Shango, and music, and all of those good stuff. So we have them, a whole lot of them, taking care of different things. So I would always say that they are the extension of Olodumare. They are the representation of his power. So now we're speaking to people that are coming from church, right? We come from the known to the unknown. So when you are in church, you say God, and you refer to God as the supreme being, the creator of heaven and earth, the first and the last, the one that neither has a beginning nor an end. Okay, that supreme being. That's the closest to it. Now, Olodumare is not God, but that's the closest to where you're coming from. Now, imagine that there are times when you say Jehovah Jireh. Now, it's still the same being that you're referring to. When you want to fight a battle, the God of war, the mighty man in battle shows up for you. It's still the same being you are referring to. When you want God to deal with your enemies using fire, you say the God of Elijah. Now, that Elijah is somebody's ancestor. That Elijah you are referring to lived in somebody's country at a certain time, was born there, he died there, and the God that they refer to there performed some wonderful things that relate to fire through him. And that is why the Christians will say God of Elijah to send down fire. Right. Okay. So when you understand that every time you say God of Elijah, you don't look at yourself and say, why would you say God of Elijah? That's not good. You are referring to God in the name of dead people. We don't refer to dead people. You don't say that. You confidently say God of Abraham, God of Isaac, God of Jacob without blinking. You confidently say the blessings of Abraham are yours without blinking. Those people were the ancestors of some group of people. And the reason you are making reference to them associated with God, the supreme being, is because while they were on this earth, they demonstrated the power of that supreme being. It's the same way, there is no difference. Or that is the closest you can put it side by side with. Let's keep liking and sharing. I know this is getting interesting. Keep liking and sharing. Mr. Dave Eshegoni, I really, really, really appreciate this. So that's what you will put with it side by side. The same way Oshun, Oya, Yemoja, Olokun, Ọbàtálá, they were born into this earth. Àmọ́ ibi tó bí wọn sí, àmọ́ ìlú ibi tó ti wá, àmọ́ ibi tó ṣẹ̀ sí, àmọ́ ìgbà tó dé, àmọ́ ìgbà tó lọ. Even if you do not know any one of them, Shango was the first king of the Oyo Empire. That Oyo, Ọ̀yọ́ Aláàfin yẹn, ọba tó kọ́kọ́ ní níbẹ̀ Ṣàngó ni. The same way Nnamdi Azikiwe was the first president of Nigeria. Shango was the first king of the Oyo Empire. So he was a real person that lived real life. And the expression that we saw through him of the divine, of Olodumare, was in fire. So when we need Olodumare to show up for us with fire right now, we call Shango the same way you call the God of Elijah. There is nothing mysterious about what's happening here. Is that okay? So that is the way it is. That is the closest definition you can have for our orishas, or the closest comparison. When people want to pray, God that did it for Hannah, we do it for you, blah, blah, blah. You associate fertility with a certain part of God in Christianity. We associate fertility with Oshun. They are not gods. There is no such thing as big God and small God. We don't have big Olodumare and small Olodumare. What we have is just Olodumare, the supreme being, and then we have the orishas who lived and walked this earth, expressing different forms of the power of Olodumare. I'm going to pause here. When we get to 20K, we'll continue. Because you people, you will just be staring at the phone like, you won't know that you're supposed to do your tap and tap and tap and tap. I know you're enjoying this teaching. Trust me, I am too. But we need to get this to more people. Your likes is what tells the algorithm that people need to see this. Your likes is what tells the algorithm that people need to see this. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Keep liking, keep tapping, keep sharing. So that answers the question of all the people that are asking, okay, what's the place of God? What's the place of Olodumare? Why do we not talk so much about Olodumare? Why do we talk about Orishas? It's the same way you people barely talk about God. You talk so much about Jesus and the other ancestors of the Jews and the Hebrews, Abraham's blessings. The number of times you say Abraham's blessings are mine, you don't say the blessings of God are mine as much as that. And you're comfortable with that. So when you come to this side to be comfortable, it's the same thing. Just tell yourself in your head that it's the same thing. That's the best way for you to transition without feeling any form of guilt that you are associated with Orishas. If you did not feel guilty with Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, Elijah, Elisha, then don't feel guilty with Oshu and Shogo and Obatala and the rest of them. Can somebody help me with the light here? All right, we're going to 20K. Let's keep going. 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 Thank you very much for appreciating the knowledge. Olodumare Lolope. Where is everybody? What's happening here? What's happening on this live? Let's keep going now. More and more people need to see this. More and more people need to see this. Let's keep going. You want to see my face again? Yes, keep tapping. You see my face again. So the next question says, okay, I think I've asked that, I've answered that question. Who are the Orishas and how do they influence our daily lives? So the next one says, how is Ifa different from ancestral worship? Okay. So ancestral veneration, not ancestral worship. We don't worship ancestors. But the closest English word is ancestral veneration. Can I have somebody turn on the light for me, please? The closest we have is, the closest word to it is ancestral veneration. Is it a part of Ifa? Why is it important? Why do we always talk about our ancestors? Like I said, in spirituality, when it comes to spirits, spirits don't die. Spirits are like energy. If you believe that energy can neither be created nor destroyed, but can only be transformed from one form to another, the law of conservation of energy, am I right? And it is also in Odrifa Osemeji. Odrifa Osemeji is the one that talks about the law of conservation of matter, of energy, and all of those good stuff. Is the same way. Spirits can neither be created nor destroyed. We just transform from one form. You existed in a world before you came here. That is why Odrifa will always say, nígbà tí wọ́n ti ìkọ̀lé ọ̀run bọ̀ wá sáyé, when they were coming from ọ̀run to the earth, meaning that they existed in ọ̀run, they were beings in ọ̀run. They could move, they could do all the good stuff that we're doing here. It means that in this flesh is not what existed in ọ̀run. The flesh was formed inside your mother's womb, but it's not your mother's womb that formed spirit. If it is your mother's womb that forms spirit, if it's human beings that form spirit, then anytime there is a lifeless body anywhere, we should be able to put the spirit back into it. No. You see that spirit, no science can explain nǹkan tó jẹ́ spirit yẹn. Ó máa wọnú èèyàn ni, ó máa jáde ni. That's the way it works. So once you understand that that spirit, it doesn't die, it existed in one form before. Excuse me, please. I'm calling someone to turn on the light. I don't know where everybody in my house is. I don't know where they all went to. There's light. But let's manage what we have, pending the time when somebody will remember that I'm here and will turn on the light for me. So I was saying that our spirits existed in the different worlds where we came from, right? Before we came here. Now, the moment our body in this life is done, spirits will leave this body and go and exist in another form. They don't die. So when you refer to your ancestors as, oh, dead people, people that have died, is lack of understanding. It's just, is one of the most stupid things that you will say. They don't die. How can a spirit die? Who gave birth to the spirit that the spirit died? Spirit just transforms. They go to another form. And most of these ancestors you are talking about, some of them have reincarnated back to this life. They are with us, working amongst us. Some of you, the boyfriend you are sleeping with, is a reincarnation. He's an old man in a small child's body. I will tell you something that happened. I mean, how many of you noticed that there was a time when, I think it was shortly after COVID, and then there were these videos that was going viral online, children that were born after COVID, how super intelligent they were. I mean, you literally look at some kids and you could just say, no, now, this one is an old man. Those videos went viral, and we all had something to call them. We called them COVID babies. And did it ever occur to you, or did you ever wonder how those particular kids were just like that? Shortly after COVID, 9 months, 1 year after COVID, they were just like that. Now, Sherry, COVID tó ṣẹlẹ̀ yẹn, ẹ jẹ́ kí n sọ lédè Yorùbá. COVID tó ṣẹlẹ̀ yẹn, it was a forceful exit of so many people. A lot of people tí wọ́n lọ, tí wọ́n fi ayé lẹ̀ during COVID, àsìkò wọn ò tíì tó. It was a mass forceful exit of spirits. Wọn ò tíì ṣe nǹkan tí wọ́n ní ṣe tán nílé ayé yìí. So in the next few weeks, few months, they were popping themselves back. Listen to what I said again. I'm not going to explain that one too much. They were popping themselves back. Let's like and share. IFA School, thank you. Thank you for the gifts. They were popping themselves back. That is why we were experiencing those things. That's why a lot of those COVID babies, we jokingly call them COVID babies. But a lot of them were people that left way too early. It was abruptly. They came back in the form of children to finish the life that they were supposed to come and live. Tí wọ́n jẹ́ kó parí. Reincarnation is story for another day, but it is a real thing. Now, when you understand that, you understand that these ancestors, it's not like they died. It's not like they've become demonic, like the foreign religions would have us think. Oh, all this ancestor thing is demonic. When people have gone, they have gone. You will soon become an ancestor one day. And if you don't take time, your own children and grandchildren too, they will refer to you as demonic, as demons. Most of those ancestors, they are back here with us, living here with us. So there is nothing demonic, nothing fetish, nothing whatever it is about. There is bulb. Excuse me. Yeah, thank you. Okay, no problem. No. I'm still using it. Please keep liking, keep sharing. Finally, my hands are free. So that's one. So you see those ancestors that you are. Is it possible for a person to be in reincarnation of two energies? Reincarnation of two energies. Reincarnation of two spirits. No, I've not heard anything like that. Reincarnation of two spirits. That means you are saying that two spirits combined together in one body. I haven't heard anything like that. I'm not saying it doesn't exist. In spirituality, anything can happen. Anything exists. Two spirits, one lay ya, body can lò lẹ́ẹ̀kan náà. I mean, it's possible. But that I have personally experienced, or somebody has personally recounted their story of that experience with me, none that I know of. Now let's move to the next question. He says, okay, I think I've answered this. Asking if IFA is a religion. I've answered this. Now, somebody else is asking, what is the role of divination in IFA? Why is it compulsory that we have to do divination? Why can't we just ask God, just speak to God, and God will answer us the same way they were doing in church? For those of you that are just joining, this live streaming is answering questions about your moving from foreign religion to Christianity. And I spent a really long time yesterday talking about that. So a lot of people had questions and we're answering them. Now, I know that the religion you are coming from, try it, but I think it still needs to work. The religion you are coming from, you are used to asking your pastor. My pastor said, and then your pastor will tell you something that you cannot confirm. See, that's one of the reasons I fell in love with IFA. The fact that I want to get a message from the divine and I can check and see what is there and confirm it myself. And we can have 2, 3, 4 people do a divination on that same thing and give me the same result. It is liberating. It is liberating to know that your life choices doesn't depend on what one person says, one human being that is still trying to figure out his own life. It is liberating to know that in this side where we are, we have the gift of divination. And then we can always go back to confirm it. So yes, why is it necessary? Why can't you just speak to Olodumare himself and then he responds to you and you can get messages directly? It's because in Ifa there is openness. It is opened. Nobody is hiding. Nobody is lying. Nobody is telling you God said just to deceive you. I'm not saying that every time a pastor says God said is deceiving you, but it's easy for them to deceive you based on God said, something that you cannot confirm. So if you are coming to Ifa, I mean, like I say, God bless you. You have found victory. You have found clarity. Enough of people lying to you. All you need to go and find now is knowledge. When you go for a divination and the erindilogun, the cowrie shells are cast, or the opele is cast, or the kinfa, whatever comes out, the odu, you can go back home and read it and study it and be sure that what the babalawo or the yanifa told you is true. You can call another babalawo, 2, 3 of them on the same way, on the same day, asking questions about the same thing. And you find out that their answers are very similar, very close. The only differences that might be there, here or there, is in interpretation, choice of words. But fundamentally, foundationally, it is the same thing. Is that not liberating? So yes, and it is Olodumare that speaks to us through the Odwifa. That's why we say Ifá ni ohùn Olódùmarè. Ifá ni ohùn ẹnu Olódùmarè. Ifá is the voice from the mouth of Olódùmarè. So you want God to speak to you and you want to hear God. Welcome to Ifa and the divination that we have in Ifa. I've answered that question. Next question says, what's the significance of the tools that we use in IFA? The tools is to give us the signs that we are looking for. The 256 Odu IFA are made up of signs. Those signs are what we call numbers now. But when they first came, they were not called numbers. They were just signs. We make them, they're like marks. 1, 1, 2, 2, just marks like that. So the divination tools, the ikin, the opele, the cowrie shells are, yes, where are my super gifters? Ibo ni gbogbo yín lọ lénìí? Ṣé gbọ́lidé ni èní ọjọ́ ajé? Abẹ́ṣìwà lọ́fíìsì, ẹ má wọrí, wọ́n máa bá wa ń bí. Keep liking, keep sharing, because I can see people on this live. I can see people here. And we need more people. Or should I come back tomorrow? Let me go and sleep. Should I go? Rather than pay a fare, you guys don't want to have more people. Keep liking, keep sharing. Ẹ kú share, ẹ ṣé sá o. Aṣojú ààrẹ ọba rìṣà Ọ̀ṣun State. Ẹ ṣé bàbá mi. Mo dúpẹ́ o. Ẹ kú àdúró tì wá o. Ẹ kú àdúrà. Ṣé gan ni sá. So let's continue. Those are the significance. So it's from the opele and the iki and all of that we are able to read the signs. Then the signs are the questions that people are asking. They need answers. People are ready to listen. I said, gbogbo àwọn tèmi wọ́n wà lórí TikTok tó ń dúró dè mí. Àbí ṣé mò ń tanra mi ní báyìí? Mr. Ezekiel, thank you so much. Good evening. I'm waiting for you people. We are going to reach 20K before I continue. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Keep tapping, keep liking, keep sharing, and keep doing your good stuff. And let the gifts keep coming in. That's our encouragement. As you transition from foreign religion to IFA, this is your safe space, this is your guide, this is your go-to place. I'm your go-to person. I've been there, I've done it, and I'm telling you that I will hold your hand through this journey to answer your questions. Brown B, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes, you guys are doing well. My super gifters, Ajay will find you and stay with you and multiply with you. Ajay adúró tì yín o. Ẹ ṣé, ẹ ṣé. Today we are not staying here for 6 hours o. Tó bá ti di ìṣe díẹ̀ báyìí àti lọ. You want to be a part of IFA College, please check in the bio of this page. You either go to you either go to WhatsApp or Telegram. The link for Telegram is there, the WhatsApp number is there. It's in the bio. Please, can I have somebody type it in the comment section? And let me, while we're waiting to get to 25K before I continue, let me say this. For those of you that have been trying to reach me on the WhatsApp number that you're used to, and you're not getting response, I'm not ignoring you. That WhatsApp number is down. It is no longer available on WhatsApp by some magical reasons. Meta just did their thing, but it's okay. We are here. We have a new WhatsApp number. It is clearly written in the bio, but that number that we're using before is still available on Telegram. So if you have that number, you can reach out on Telegram. Instagram accounts were also taken down. So we have started growing another Instagram account. And when we are ready to launch to the public in grand style, I will let you know. So we're not giving up, irrespective of what happens. Tí wọn lójú, wọ́n ní tẹni bẹ́gi lójú, igi arúwé, ìyẹn ti ṣọ́ọ̀pá. We are not going anywhere. This work that Elédùmarè has given to us. Oh my, thank you so much. Let me pin this post, this comment by Tonix. Yeah, that's the WhatsApp number. Thank you. That's our WhatsApp number. It's pinned. Yeah, wọ́n ní tẹni bẹ́gi lójú igi arúwé. Àwa ò níbi kankan tá à ń lọ àlẹ́ tó lè ṣẹrù bà wá. Iṣẹ́ torí ti gbélé wa lọ́wọ́ ìyá máa ṣe láṣepé ni láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Kò ní rẹ̀ wá, kò ní sú wa. Àdánwò kékeré ni, àdántán là ní rí láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. So continue to encourage. This is the only space we are active right now. That's why I need you people to be there. So we're about to hit 30K so that we'll continue. Yeah, somebody asked, how can you get to IFA College? Yeah, just click on the link in the bio. It will take you to the admissions office, and then you'll be given all the steps that you need to take. So how do I begin practicing IFA? You start by learning. Start by learning. Some of you think the first place to start is to just rush into, let me have my IFA, let me start doing Ebo, let me start doing it. Wonderful and beautiful stuff, but please, knowledge. Because oríṣiríṣi nǹkan ló wà ń tà báyìí. Dave Akinwale, Elédùmarè owes you something, because kò sí nǹkan tí mo fẹ́ owe yín sà. Mi ò tẹ́ni tó lè fún yín ní nǹkan. Àdúrà náà ni mo máa ṣe fún yín, ìwúre ni mo máa ṣe fún yín pé ibi tó kù díẹ̀ sí, kí Elédùmarè ọba ọlọ́jọ́ ìní kó bá mi dá yín lóhùn in full. Oore odindi báyìí ni kí Elédùmarè bá mi gbélé yín lọ́wọ́. Thank you for encouraging us. Those that are liking, those that are sharing, ẹ ṣé púpọ̀, ẹ ṣé, ẹ ṣé, ẹ ṣé. Ibi tẹ́ ẹ ti mú jáde, ọ̀pọ̀ ni ajé á fi rọ́pò fún yín láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. So the first thing you need to go and do is learn. Knowledge is the first thing. Knowledge is the first thing. Because, you know, see, people know that IFA has become very, very popular. And people will take advantage of that to scam people. And the only people that get scammed naturally are people that lack knowledge. Ẹni tí ò mọ̀ kan ló máa ń purọ́ fún. You that you understand that this is white. Tẹ́nìkan bá pè fún ẹ ní red, ó mọ̀ pé white ni now. So knowledge is where you should start from. Somebody said on this live yesterday, mo fẹ́ lè má gbọ́ rí. Bóyá ká tiẹ̀ pé àwọn bàbá wa ṣé aṣojú ààrẹ wà lórí live? Ṣé ẹ ṣì wà lórí live sir? Aṣojú ààrẹ ọba rìṣà Ọ̀ṣun state. Gbogbo àtọ́ yín o bàbá mi, ẹ jọ̀ọ́ o, tẹ́ bá ṣì wà lórí live ẹ jẹ́ kí n mọ̀. Mo fẹ́ kẹ́ ẹ bá mi dáhùn ìbéèrè kan ni. Ìgbà tá wà lórí live lánàá, ó dà yín pé Brazil àbá Amẹ́ríkà lẹ́ni yẹn ti wá, ó ní wọ́n tẹfá fóun látòkèèrè, ó lóun tẹfá, kò ṣẹ́fá o, ó lóun tẹfá pé òun ò dẹ̀ sí ń bẹ̀ níbi tó ti tẹfá fóun. Wọ́n tẹfá fóun lórí video call. Wọ́n tún wá ní kóun fa irun òun, kóun kórun yẹn pamọ́, péjọ́ tóun bá ti ń bọ̀ ní Nàìjíríà kóun kórun yẹn wá. Èmi ò gbọ́ rí pé wọ́n ń tẹfá lẹ́yìn olórí o. Èmi ò gbọ́ rí pé wọ́n tún máa ń fa orí lẹ́yìn olórí. Wọ́n dẹ̀ ti gba owó iyebíye lọ́wọ́ ẹni yẹn, wọ́n sọ fún pé fálọ́tẹ̀ fún. I don't understand. Lack of knowledge is what will make you fall victim of such scam. Torí tó wáyé pé ẹ ti nímọ̀ débi tí mọ̀ dé ni, ẹ ti mọ̀ yàtọ̀ nínú ìṣẹ́fá àti tẹ̀fá. You know the difference between ìṣẹ́fá and ìtẹ̀fá. So somebody calls you on phone and says, oh, or you meet him, he or she online, I'm a babalawo, IYANIFA, and the person now says that he wants to do ìtẹ̀fá for you from the diaspora. You don't need to come. Will follow us virtually into Igbodu. Ọba ìyá àti agbára ti dá. Wọ́n tún wá ní kẹ́ ẹ máa fá orí yín, kẹ́ ẹ máa fi irun yín, kẹ́ ẹ máa fi ránṣẹ́ sílé. Lack of knowledge. Your first step in IFA should be to learn. Look for an IFA priest or priestess tó jẹ́ olóòótọ́, that is truthful and that can teach you. Your first step is to learn. Your first step is to learn. So the question this person was asking is, how do I begin practicing? Start by learning the philosophy. Learn the truth about IFA. Connect with a true teacher or a babalawo or an IYANIFA. Connect with a community of practicing IFA people. I know that one is very hard to find these days, but when we get to that part, I'll talk to you about how and where to find community of practicing IFA devotees. We also have a community in the IFA college. All our students come together in a community. They share their ideas. They're talking about things they learned, asking questions in an interactive community. So you find that is your first step. Once you have, and it's not possible to get all the knowledge. So you can't say, oh, once you have gained all the knowledge. No. As you have started to learn, you are on the journey of learning. Buy books that are recommended by true IFA priests and priestesses. Oríṣiríṣi ìwé ló wà níta báyìí o. Books that are recommended by them. Get the books and start to study. 25K, can we do it? Let's keep going, keep liking, keep sharing, keep tapping. So you get those materials and then you do your own study. Once you have done that, your next step is to shefa or kotefa. Ishefa or itefa is your next step. Yes, thanks for the hearts. I can't see the hearts popping up. Like, I like it when it's like, keep liking, keep sharing, keep liking, keep sharing. Let's get this video to more people. Thank you to all my gifters. IFA School, thank you. Thank you. Yes, keep liking, keep sharing. Let's just continue like that. Don't stop, don't pause. Iṣẹ́ tẹ̀yin náà ń ṣe, èmi náà ń ṣiṣẹ́ níbi tí mo wà yìí, mò ń sọ̀rọ̀ non-stop. So iṣẹ́ la jìjọ gbà. Gbogbo ara jìjọ gbaṣẹ́ lálẹ́ ó yá. Keep liking, keep sharing. Àbọ̀sán lẹ́yìn wà, àbáàrọ̀ lẹ́yìn wà. So the next thing for you to do is to do your ìṣẹ́fá. Tẹ́ bá ti ṣẹ́fá, tẹ́ ti tẹ̀fá, you have your own IFA. You start to do your necessary appeasement, your itutu, your ebo. Once you have done your ìṣẹ́fá, you know the odrifa that birthed you. Now, in the intro of my videos, I usually say this. I say, all the things you would ever need in your life, is wrapped up in the Odrifa that breathed you. Go and find it. Do Ishefa, know the Odrifa that breathed you. Sit with it, study it, learn it, and know it. That is your secret for success in this life. That is the way you know yourself. You find yourself in this life. So the moment you get a teacher, you start to learn, you buy books, you are getting yourself familiar with the basic things about Ifa, and you continue to learn Wa'alo Shefa, you do Ishefa, that's your next step. Because what's the essence of you in life when you don't know the Odifa that breathed you? The Odifa that breathed you is like a summary of your journey in life. It's like a manual of your life, like the CCTV camera that captured your life. So get it. The moment you do it, they tell you what your Odu is. You have your Ifa at home. Study it. In it, you know your do's and don'ts, the things you are supposed to focus on, the ones you are supposed to avoid. That's how you get it. Let's go to 25K. 50, 100, 200. Let's go there. Oh, yeah. I told you we are not going to stay too long on this live today. So once you have done that, you have learned that, you just continue. The next question says, what ceremony or ritual should I participate in as a beginner? You start with the basic Ètùtù Ànẹ́bọ. Once you find out what your Orisha is or who your Orisha is, you focus on your own Orishas, your head Orishas, and your Ori, and all the other ones. Was the network still on? Did I go off at any point? Did the network break at any point? Because I think so. Did the network break at any point? Ah, wow. Ẹni tí ẹ jẹ́ ká gbọ́ nǹkan tó sọ. Okay, sir. Yes, I went off, right? It broke. Wow. What was the last thing you said before? For about 3 minutes. Oh my goodness, that's crazy. 3 minutes. What was the last thing I said before it went off? I just saw resume. That was why I even knew it went off. I didn't know it went off. Was off for so long. Oh, I'm so sorry. We're still on right now, right? Please keep sharing. Let's get everybody back. People that thought that the life ended, it didn't end. Though we are back here for about 3 minutes. So please tell me, what was the last thing that I said before it went off? Because I thought everybody was hearing me, so that I know where to pick it up from. Did you hear me when I was answering the questions that said that what offerings are appropriate, what ceremonies and rituals should I do as a beginner? Did you see that part? Let me know that you can still hear me, please. That's why I want this to be interactive. So once I don't see your comment, I don't see your like, then I know that something is going on. Can you hear me now? Are we live now? Can you hear me now? Are we live now, please? The question that we're answering is, what are the okay? What ceremonies or rituals should I participate in as a beginner? That was the question I was answering before. So I was saying that the first and the most important ritual or sacrifice, Ebo Etutu. Okay, it was when I read the question. All right. The Ebo and the Etutu that is important, most important that you start with is your Ibori Ebo to your Ori. Your Ori is the most important and your first Orisha. That is why in Yoruba you hear some people say Orila Ababo Kato Borisha. Some people will say Orila Ababo Ka Forisha Sile. Irọ́ ni wọ́n ní kẹ́ borí kẹ́ fi òrìṣà sílẹ̀ o. Wọ́n ní Orila Ababo Kato Borisha nítorí péjọ́ tó rí ń gbé ni níbo lòrìṣà wà. So your Ibori is the important thing for you to do. As a beginner, make sure that your Ibori, no matter how it is, Ebo to your Ori, number one, Ebo to the Orishas that have your head, like the English people will say. But òrìṣà tó bí ẹ, òrìṣà tó bá wá sáyé, give ẹbọ to that òrìṣà. Very important. You don't need a divination to do your ibori. You don't need a divination to give ẹbọ to the òrìṣà that birth you, òrìṣà that the energies that you work with. Your Ìṣẹ̀fá will tell you the òrìṣàs that you work with. So you give ebos to them regularly. Then ètùtù to àwọn ìyá mi, ètùtù to àwọn àgbàlagbà. Please like, please share, please tap so that the people that went off when we were off this live streaming can come back. They said for about 3 minutes I went off so that other people can know that we are back and they can continue. So please, let's continue tapping, tapping, tap, 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 tap. Let's go. So those are the important things. Before you do any divination, even when you don't require divination, ẹbọ to your ori, ẹbọ to your orishas. Your own orisha is different from my own. In Ìṣẹ̀fá, you find out your orishas. Give ẹbọ to them regularly. Kẹ́ ẹ wá fún àwọn tó láyé ní ètùtù, ètùtù àwọn àgbàlagbà, ètùtù àwọn ìyá mi. Give it to them regularly. They are the ones that Olódùmarè gave this earth to. Àwọn Olódùmarè gbélé ayé lé lọ́wọ́. Ẹ̀yọ́nú wọn òun la fi ń gbélé ayé. So kẹ́ fún wọn létùtù, kẹ́ fún wọn létùtù wọn kí wọ́n lè jẹ́ ká ráyé gbé, kí wọ́n lè jẹ́ ká rọ́nà lọ. Ẹ̀yọ́nú wọn la need o. So those are the important things that we need. Now let me, just so that you know, so that I know that you can hear me, please can you type back in the comment section the important sacrifices that you need as a beginner. What are those ones that you need? Where exactly do you begin from? I said the ibori, the ẹbọ to your ori, the ẹbọ to the orishas that birth you, the orishas that you're working with, the orishas that have your head, and then ètùtù to àwọn àgbàlagbà. Please, if you can still hear me, I don't know what's up with the network. Let me know if I'm still here. Let me know if I'm still here. Are we still on? Let me check from here. Are we still on? Did we go off again? I need comments. We are crystal clear, loud and clear. Okay, we are still on. All right. So I asked you a question. Thank you, Brownie B. Ẹbọ to your ori, ẹbọ to your orishas, and ètùtù àwọn àgbàlagbà. Okay. Now I know we're here. So let's move to the next question. Now, these questions are answers to the program we had yesterday and people that are transitioning. What are the appropriate, you see, this particular question, let me just drop this and explain. So people were asking that, is it compulsory that we have to give ẹbọ to the orishas, to our ori? Does it have to be animal? You know, do we have to give animals as sacrifice in ẹbọ? Can't we find alternatives? So a lot of people said, yes, I want to come to IFA, I want to do IШẸŠE, I want to practice what my ancestors are doing, but I just do not want to get involved with that sacrifice thing. Move here and let me explain to you. And then today, I also heard that there is one campaign that is going around. Some people say there is a new IFA, revised standard version of IFA, modernized IFA. Èmi ò mọ bí tó ti wá, but trust me, they are being sponsored by these same people that have been trying to keep IFA under and under. Now that they know that they cannot keep IFA under, now they are sponsoring campaign of new improved version of IFA, civilized IFA, modernized IFA. So they are making it look like we are the ones that are fighting ourselves, like there's a confusion. Irony, we are not the one fighting ourselves. The same people that sponsored foreign religion to take over the whole of Africa, they are the same people sponsoring this movement. When you see it, ignore them. If it is not IFA, it is not IFA. Sacrifices is a part of spirituality. I explained this yesterday. It is not peculiar to IFA. It is in every form of spirituality. I will take a whole teaching to explain that. Maybe tomorrow, maybe on Thursday, I don't know, but I will be live every day for this 1 week. And the reason that I will be live every day for this 1 week is because of the other social media accounts that was taken down. So people that have been sending messages, trying to look for us on Instagram and Facebook and WhatsApp and can't find us, will naturally just come to TikTok and they will catch us live one of these days. And then they will know that Priestess Ewa did not run away, I'm here. So maybe tomorrow, I will take a whole teaching to explain the significance of sacrifice in spirituality, not only in Ifa, and why we cannot replace that with fruits and whatever it is. Yes, there is a place of giving fruits and all of those good stuff, those edible stuff. There's a place of that. Tá a bá fẹ́ di ẹrù ẹgbẹ́, a máa kó bisikíìtì, a máa kó ìpápánu, gbogbo nǹkan tẹ́nu ń jẹ, èso, a máa fi di ẹrù ẹgbẹ́. Àmọ́ tá a bá fẹ́ bọ ẹgbẹ́ náà, we still have to sacrifice. There is a place of it. So if you say you want to, it's like you are saying, I want to accept Jesus as my Lord and Savior, but I don't want to hear that he died on the cross. If you did not say that in church, don't come here and say that. It's just like saying, oh, I want to accept the Bible, but I don't want to accept the Old Testament that said that there were sacrifices that the prophets and all those good people did. It's a part of it. Every form of spirituality has it. So don't come to IFA and be pointing fingers at us. Everywhere, if you can hear me, tap, share, like, keep tapping. I need to know that we're still here. So that question, you don't get to choose the type of ebo and etutu that you want to give. Or ebo and etutu is what it is. You don't get to choose what you want to give. Ìṣẹ̀ṣe là ń pè, ìṣẹ̀ṣe, ìṣẹ̀, ibi tá a ti ṣẹ̀ wá, where we take our source, our root. Ìṣe is how you do it, how you act. So it is how we act from where we take our root and our source. Bá a ṣe ń ṣe níbi tá a ti ṣẹ̀ wá, òun ló ń jẹ́ ṣẹ̀ṣe. Bá a ṣe ń ṣe nìyẹn. Tó o bá fẹ́ gba ìṣẹ̀ṣe, wàá gbà bó ṣe ń ṣe níbi tá a ti ṣẹ̀ wá ni. Kò ń ṣe pé o máa dénú ìṣẹ̀ṣe wà wá máa choose pé léyìí ló fẹ́ ṣe ẹ báyìí ló ṣe fẹ́ ṣe tẹ̀ o ti ń ṣe nǹkan míì ò ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ ṣe o ti ń ṣe nǹkan míì ò ṣe fá. Is there any particular reason is there any particular reason that is stuck at 21K? Why are we stuck at 21K? Let's get it to 25 and let's continue. Like, share, and keep tapping, and let's keep moving. Keep tapping and let's keep moving. Keep tapping and let's keep moving. Keep tapping and let's keep moving. Let's keep moving. Let's keep moving. Let me see if I can take some questions. Sam, thank you very much. Sam JJ, thank you. Let's keep tapping. Let's keep liking. Keep your gifts coming in. Let me see if there's any question. There's any question that I have not taken. Yes. Is Omori not what the same thing as? I've told you people that you're asking for the Odifa. Elora, ìwé mímọ́ Ifá kẹ́ ẹ máa kà. Ó wà ńbẹ̀. Ẹ ṣé o, aṣojú ààrẹ, wọ́n ní àwọn babaláwo internet. Àwọn ló ń ba ìṣẹ̀ṣe jẹ́. Kò ń ṣe bí a ṣe ń tẹ fánì yẹn ṣe gan ni sà. Àwọn olè, àwọn fake aláwo, àwọn gangan ni. Àwọn ni o, ẹ ṣé gan ni sà o. Torí ìgbà tèmi náà rí lánàá, ó jọ mí lójú o. Let me see if there's any other questions that we have. Any question, any question. When are you posting yesterday's live on YouTube? It will be on YouTube by next week. We're still editing now. It will be on YouTube by next week. Keep tapping, keep liking, keep sharing. Let's like, let's share, let's tap, let's like, let's share. Let's get to 25K. I know that this was not announced, but at least I will announce the one for tomorrow. I just don't know the time. I'll be your second husband soon. Oh God. Can you translate Egbe Iyalaje? Egbe is group. Iyalaje is the mother that owns Aje. Literal term. Egbe is group. Iyalaje is a mother that owns Aje. So the group that is headed by a mother that owns Aje, òun ni wọ́n ń pè ní Ẹgbẹ́ Iyalaje, if that is what you mean. This one that wants to be second husband. Where is the first husband, first of all? Lẹ́yìn tí rí first husband, lẹ ṣe fẹ́ ṣe second husband. Àbọ̀rọ̀ àbọ̀yè àwọn babaláwo ìyánífá àpètẹ̀bí bàbá lórìṣà. Àbọ̀rọ̀ àbọ̀yè yín náà. Àbọ̀rọ̀ àbọ̀yè àbọ̀ ṣíṣe o. Òṣogbo atọ́ yín o. Yes, yes, yes. Any questions? All right, let's move to the next question. Today is going to be short, I said so. So somebody is asking, he says, how can I identify my guardian Orisha? Teba Shefa name. That's when you know the Orisha that you work with. Do you have a Babalawo that is working with you? Oh, I have a team. I have a 41-member team. Yes, a 41-member team that includes Babalawos, IYANIFA, Ìyálórìṣà, Babalórìṣà, àwọn oníṣègùn, àwọn ìyá àbíyè, àwọn eléwé ọmọ. My team is an entire force. I cannot run IFA College without a team. So yes, I do have a team, and we have a Babalawo on our team. And I know that there's some of you, you don't like to work with a female spiritualist. Elédùmarè ọba láàánú á bá mi ṣàánú fún yín. So if you want to work with a Babalawo on my team, why not? Why not? Is it possible to be called by more than one Orisha? Yeah, you can work with the energy of more than one Orisha. You can belong to more than one Egbe. You can. Some people, you have Ogun here, you have Oshun there, you have Obatala for some people, and Aje, Shango for some people, and Oshun. You can have more than one Orisha. And you can also have more than one Egbe that you work with too, or that you belong to. And for some people, the energy of one Orisha will be stronger than the other. So if you get to the IFA College website, you would also see it. We have a team of 41 members. We have 6 Yanifas. We have 6 Babalawos. We have 3 Babalorishas. We have 4 Oluwos. We have 4 Iyabiyes. We have 8 Onisheguns. Those are certified herbalists. We have 3 Yoruba professors. We have 3 Baba Elewe Omo àtàwọn Ìyá Elewe Omo. We have them on our team. So I'm not the only one. Whatever it is that you see going on here, kò ń ṣiṣẹ́ tí ẹnìkan lè dá ṣe. Are you pushing us to 25K, or should I just be here and be gisting with you? We still have questions though that we have not answered. So if you are still ready, let's go to the next question. So how can you identify your Orisha? Is through your Ìṣẹ̀fá. Tẹ́ bá ti ṣẹ́fá, wọ́n máa sọ Orisha tó bí yín and the Orisha that you are working with. Somebody is asking here, he says, what is the role of an Awo and a Babalawo in guiding me? Can a female also guide me? Wow. Yes, Ìyálórìṣà can guide you. Àpẹtẹ̀bí can guide you. Ìyánífá can guide you. Kò sẹ́ni tí ò lè guide you. Gbogbo wa la ní knowledge. Don't bring that gender thing here. I know that where you are coming from in church, male are giving this superiority and females are, it's not like that. I told you, I said, spirituality does not have gender. Do you understand? Spirituality does not have gender. That's why you find that some of our orishas, they are androgynous. They have both male and female gender energy. There is nothing like obìnrin ò lè ṣe kinní kan, obìnrin ò lè bá a ṣe ní bàbá lóríṣà la ní ìyá lóríṣà. So obìnrin lè guide ẹ. There's a pastor that is transitioning now. The man is literally telling me that he cannot take spiritual instruction from a woman. O ò tí ready. O ò tí ṣetán láti ṣe fa. Church ló ti máa lọ máa sàn yẹn fún wọn. O ò tí ṣetán láti ṣe fa. Tó bá ti ṣetán láti ṣe fa, wàá ṣe. Keep tapping, keep liking, keep sharing. Let's get to 25K. Thank you for the gift. IFA School, I see you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So somebody says, can I communicate directly with the orishas or do I need a priest? Very important question. Now, after you have done your Ìṣẹ́fá, tó ti mọ òrìṣà tí ó bí ẹ, òrìṣà tó máa bá ṣiṣẹ́ nílé ayé. Once you have done your Ìṣẹ́fá, you know the òrìṣà you are going to work with, the òrìṣà that owns your head and all of those good stuff. They will ask you pé kó ṣẹ́ òrìṣà yẹn náà. Tó wáyé pé ọmọ Ọ̀ṣun ni ẹ́, and Ọ̀ṣun is going to play a significant part of your journey. Wọ́n á ní kó ṣẹ́ Ọ̀ṣun. Táyé bá gbà, o lè ṣẹ́ Ọ̀ṣun. Táyé ò bá tí gbà, put it in mind kó lọ ṣẹ́ òrìṣà yẹn náà. Now, you have already set up the òrìṣà like you will see me with this now. Like you see me with this now. Àwọn tó bá ti ṣẹ́ Ọ̀ṣun, wọ́n máa gbégbá tiwọn lé wọn lọ́wọ́ báyìí. Ẹni tó bá ṣẹ́ Ajé, wọ́n á gbégbá wọn lé wọn lọ́wọ́. Even if that òrìṣà is not your head òrìṣà or did not call you, ẹ sì lè ṣẹ́ o. Bó o jọmọ alájé, bó ń ṣọmọ alájé, jọ ṣẹ́ Ajé sílé tówó bá gbà o. You understand? Ṣẹ́ Ajé sílé tí owó bá gbà. Tí owó bá gbà, ẹ ṣẹ́ Ajé sílé. Gbogbo èèyàn ni kó ṣẹ́ Ajé sílé. So when you have that, you can communicate directly with your orishas. But what you cannot do as a beginner is to give Ebo and Etutu to your orishas. You can sit with your orishas. Keep tapping, keep liking. I'm not seeing the hearts. What is up? What is up with you people tonight? Let me see the likes keep going up. Yes, the hearts are coming up. The hearts are coming up. Don't get tired. This is Ìtẹ̀fá for everybody. Is IFA for everybody? If IFA is for everybody, then yes, Ìtẹ̀fá is for everybody. There is no discrimination in IFA. Everybody ló lè tẹ̀fá. Ẹ̀yin tí wọ́n sọ fún yín pé ọkùnrin nìkan ló lè tẹ̀fá, obìnrin ò lè tẹ̀fá yẹn, wọ́n ń tàn yín o. Everybody ló lè tẹ Ifá. Tó yé yín. Everybody ló lè tẹ̀fá. Just a minute, I'm trying to get something. Everybody ló lè tẹ̀fá. Yes. All right. What's the question? What's the question? Okay, I didn't get the question. Let's go back to yeah. So the question says, the next question says, sorry, I had to check out something. Let's get to 25K now. The next question says that, hey, can I communicate directly to my orishas? I've explained that to you. What you cannot do directly by yourself without the help of your priest is to give, but they say Ifa has to call you first. Ifa has to call you first before what? Sorry, let me scroll down and see that. Ifa has to call you first before what? So today I want to do something I've not done before. I want to give one or two people the opportunity to, I will invite them to come on my live. If you have a question you want to ask, or you have something you want to comment, please, maturely, and anyway, you will not come here and disgrace your village people. Can I talk to you after the show? Oh, yes, you can. Send a check in the bio. You will see the WhatsApp number there. Please, can somebody type the WhatsApp number? Let me pin it again. WhatsApp number, Telegram number. You can send a message as a DM. Yes, you can talk to me after the show. Somebody asked a question. It says, but the Orishas have to call you first. I don't understand that part. Orishas have to call you first. What did the person say before that? Are you asking if if Ifa has to call you first before you do it, Ifa? Somebody says like Jesus calls people. If Ifa Ede Oludumare is the language of God. Ifa Ede Oludumare is the language of God. Thank you very much. Thank you. So we are pinned the post. You see the post is pinned. Just because you have 10 doesn't make you a priest. Oh, okay. Okay, let me talk about that part too, especially those of you from the diaspora. Your question is always, if I come to Ifa College and I learn, do I become a babalawo? If I do my Ishefa, my Itefa, do I become a babalawo? Irọ́. I told you yesterday on the live, especially for people in diaspora, they come to Nigeria, do Itefa, do Ishefa, wọ́n á fi wọ́n joyè kékeré kan lábúlé kan, wọ́n máa kó ewé oyè sí wọn lórí. They will take like 1,244,000 pictures. Wọ́n á change aṣọ, wọ́n á wọ agbádá, wọ́n á wọ àǹkárá, wọ́n á ya fọ́tò, ṣe fídíò lọ, wọ́n á store ẹ̀ sórí flash drive. Wọ́n á tẹ fá, wọ́n á ya fídíò oríṣiríṣi. Wọ́n á ṣe holiday Nàìjíríà fóṣù kan. Wọ́n á padà sí diaspora, wọ́n láwọn ti di babaláwo Ifáṣẹ̀ẹ́sìn, babaláwo Ifátúndé. You are just okàn tẹ fá ní òun ṣe babaláwo. Wọ́n á máa ya àwọn fídíò yẹn jáde lẹ́yọ kọ̀ọ̀kan láàárín àwọn afọ́jú. Wọ́n ti dolójú kan tó ń jọba. My dear, don't let anybody deceive you. Even the babalawos that are there, they are still learning. You now just want to do Itefa and then become a babalawo. You want to sit down there for 1 month. Oh, dẹ̀ ti di babalawo nìyẹn. Please now, we can do better. Our parents paid a lot of money to send us to school. Don't let anybody come and gbàjálọ̀bọ̀ fún ẹ. But if female can shefa, can they enter Igbodo as well? Yes. Wọ́n máa wọ Igbodo. Wọn ò kàn lè rí odù ni, but wọ́n máa wọ bẹ̀, wọ́n á jáde. Odù ni wọn ò lè rí, but they will enter into Igbodo. Ẹ ṣé gan ni o, aṣojú ààrẹ, ẹ ṣé mo dúpẹ́ bàbá mi. Ṣẹ́rí question yìí, wọ́n á ti fẹ́ẹ̀ bí mi tó 2 million times. Èmi ò mẹ́ni tó sọ fún wọn pé obìnrin ò kí ń wọ Igbodo. Obìnrin lè wọ Igbodo. Females can enter into Igbodo, but they will not just see the odù. That is the only difference. Obìnrin wọ Igbodo, obìnrin ò kàn kí ń rí odù ni. Ẹ ṣé gan ni bàbá mi, mo dúpẹ́. Have you heard now? At least you heard the title of the person that answered, because in the face of some of you now, this English speaking girl that was born yesterday cannot know everything. Ẹ ti gbọ́ báyìí láti ẹnu aṣojú ààrẹ ọba rìṣà gbogbo Ọ̀ṣun state. Àwọn ló ti dá wa lóhùn yẹn o. Àwọn ará Òṣogbo ló ti sọ fún wa yẹn o. Have that answered your question now? Females can enter into Igbodo. They will not just see the odù. Is that okay? Can we move forward? Can we move forward? Yes, we can. So what's the other question? How can I strengthen my relationship with my ancestors, with my Orishas, with Olodumare? Regularly honoring them. Start by learning your Iba. Give appeasement, give sacrifices, build communication. I spent a whole Sunday morning live explaining that. I won't go into details of that. Just click on the link in the bio to get to YouTube. Watch out for all our videos from next week. The videos of the live that we have done, I think we have done 5 so far. Everything will be on YouTube by next week. So you will learn how to develop your relationship with your Orishas, with your ancestors, with Olodumare. I spent a whole Sunday, like 4 hours, explaining that. Go and watch the video next week when it's out. Once it's out, I will announce here that they are out. The other question says, what are the ethical principles of IFA? So, okay, IFA stresses truth, IFA stresses humility, IFA stresses patience, IFA stresses that we maintain balance, IFA stresses that we practice ìwà pẹ̀lẹ́, ìwà pẹ̀lẹ́, ìwà rere, ìwà pẹ̀lẹ́ is central to IFA. It's not only those of you that are like Jesus, nìkan ni wọ́n ní kẹ́ ẹ máa ṣe rere. Ó wà nù Ifá náà. So if you think that when you come to Ifá, you throw away all your morals, irọ́ ni o. Ibi tí ìwà pẹ̀lẹ́ ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ gangan ni. Òótọ́, kéèyàn máa ṣòótọ́, kéèyàn má lójú kòkòrò. Don't be covetous. Contentment. That is why you find a lot of Ifá devotees. Nǹkan tán ní máa ń tẹ́ wọn lọ́rùn. You don't see them looking for designers, private jets. Every pastor is competing with private jets. You will never find an Ifá priest there. Nǹkan tí orí ti ṣe fún, nǹkan tí ajé ti ṣe fún, nǹkan tí Elédùmarè ti ní pé ó jẹ́ tiẹ̀, ó ti tẹ́ lọ́rùn níbi tó wà. Kò fi gàngàn fa nǹkan tọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ ò tó. Ìtẹ́lọ́rùn yẹn is key. Contentment is key and is vital to Ifá. What other question? How does Ifá guide decision making and personal growth? Through the Ifá divination. Before you make any decision, ẹ dáfá sí. You don't need to go and ask any religious leader what their opinion is. I tell people, they will say, IYANIFA, please, I just want you to talk to me. Advise me about this thing. You are not my friend. I cannot advise you. You are not my daughter. I cannot advise you. You are not my son. I cannot advise you. I'm a spiritualist. What I will give to you is instruction of Ifá, excuse me, not to advise you. I will give you the instructions of Ifá, not advice. Right. So Ifá is the one that guides us. Ifá guides us through everything. So you need guidance, you stay close to Ifá. You do your divinations regularly. Does Ifá have specific teachings about karma, consequences, and consequences of your action? Conclusion of that, let me answer that question in one statement. Ifá says, àṣepamọ́ ló wà, kò sí àṣegbé. Every action, there is a reaction. So before you make your decisions, you need to understand the fact that for every action you take, there is a reaction. There are consequences. Gbogbo bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe ń ṣe, you are coming from Christianity that says that you can do something wrong here, ask for forgiveness. Do something wrong, ask for forgiveness. It's wiped away. You escape it. There is nothing like that here. Àṣepamọ́ ló wà níbí báyìí o. Whatever you are doing, wàá bẹ̀rù anybody. Wọ́n dìílẹ̀ fún ẹ bẹ́ẹ̀. That is why Ifá devotees, we have more accountability than the foreign religions you are coming from. You don't have to say, oh, because your pastor is not seeing you. All you double standard Christians that are coming into Ifá, there is no double standard here. There is no hiding place here. Thank you for the gift, Prince G. Let's keep liking, keep tapping, keep liking, keep tapping. There is no double standard here. There is no hiding place here. Here, whatever it is that you do, there are consequences for it. So before you take any decision, you think about àtúnbọ̀tán, you think about karma. Excuse me, it is very real here. And when you mess up here, Ifá tells you to go and fix it. Tó o bá mú nǹkan ní nǹkan dání, tó o gba nǹkan ní nǹkan sọ́dọ̀, wrongfully holding on to somebody else's thing. Tó bá dá Ifá fún ẹ, ó gbè fún, ó gbè gbóhun fólóhun kọ́wọ́ lè fúyẹ́. You will hold on to it in church and you say, I've asked God for forgiveness. And then you are holding on to somebody's thing and you are still holding on to it. And you're lying to yourself that you have asked for forgiveness. Gbóhùn fólóhùn kọ́wọ́ lè fúyẹ́, that's what Ifa will tell you. So yes, Ifa has accountability. We're getting to second to the last question. He says, how does Ifa view sin and forgiveness of sins compared to other religions? Ifa focuses on restoring balance rather than labeling actions as sin. I spent a whole life teaching 4 hours explaining to you the concept of sin in Ifa, the concept of balance. Ifa focuses on balance rather than calling something sin, good or bad. Life is just a balance. Forgiveness is achieved through atonement. When you do something that is wrong, outrightly wrong, it has caused a disruption in nature, in life. What that choice that you have made has messed up certain things. You make sacrifices and appeasement to fix the mess that sin, in quotes, or that wrong thing that you did has done. It's not you putting sacrifice and appeasement to gain forgiveness. It's not about forgiveness. It's about fixing the consequences of the wrong choices that you have made. First of all, you acknowledge the fact that you have done something wrong, you have made a wrong choice, and then you take accountability for it, and you make the necessary ebo and etutu that Ifa directs you to fix it. If you have picked up something that is not yours, or you have contributed in somebody being wrongfully punished for the things they did not do, it's not that you go inside and ask for forgiveness and everything just wipes away. Irọ́ ni, wàá dá Ifá sí. Wọ́n sọ fún ẹ pé that choice that you made, this and this is what it has caused. Give appeasement, give sacrifices to fix it. If you have to physically make your way right, Ifa will tell you to go and physically fix your shit and make your way right. That's how it works here. Our last question says, what is Ifa's perspective on balancing spiritual and material life? My response to the person is, Ifa teaches that both aspects are interconnected. Your physical life, your material life is interconnected with your spiritual life. As you make it in life, in quotes, as you grow your finance. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? So please tell me, what was the last thing you heard before the mic went off? So I know where to, because we're on the last question. We're about to wrap this up. We're on the last question. So can you tell me what exactly is not like that? Is not like that to do, is not at Ibodo at all. Okay, we can hear you now. Please, what was the last question? What was the last thing I said before the mic went off so that I continue from there? The last question I asked is the question says, what is the first perspective on balancing spiritual and material life? Was that what I said before? Was that the last thing you heard? Did you hear that? Let me go over that. My response to the person says that Ifa teaches both aspects are important. Ifa is not only about spirituality. A lot of you just think, oh, it's when I have spiritual problem, village people, blah, blah, blah. That's when you come to Ifa. Ifa teaches balance. Every aspect of your life, Ifa is interested in it. Ifa has answers to it. From your finances to your marital life, to your career, to the business you are building, to your relationship with your family, your friends, to your health, to the 1 million emotions we feel as humans. You are grieving, you are happy, you are scared, you are anxious. Ifa has answers to everything, literally everything. And Ifa wants us to take care of every aspect of our life and be balanced. So scratch that idea that when you're coming from church, it's only big and important things you can talk to God about. In Ifa, you can speak to Eledumare about everything. Right. Ifa has answers to everything. Encourage more viewers by liking and sharing and liking and sharing. Liking and sharing and liking and sharing. Is it because today is Monday? Mr. Dave, ẹ ṣé, ẹ ṣé, ẹ ṣé. Àwọn ìgbárùnmọlẹ̀ wọ́n á bá mi dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ yín. Àwọn alálẹ̀ ilẹ̀ yìí wọ́n á bá mi dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ yín. Ẹ ṣé. Ọwọ́ yín á máa ròkè o. Ẹ ní ṣubú dànù o. Ọkọ ọba, àdá ọba kò ní ṣá yín lẹ́sẹ̀ o láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Ire gbogbo ló máa máa wọlé tọ̀ yín wá. Kí ni ẹnì yìí sọ? Wọ́n ní Olódùmarè ọjọ́ ajé lè ní ire ajé lọ́tún àtòsì tí ẹyẹlé fi ń kórè ajé wọlé, ire ajé á wọlé fún yín o. Let's keep liking and sharing. We have actually come to the end of our questions, right? But then there are some other things that I scripted out or that I drafted out. Let's see if it is close by. Is it true that it's Olokun that birth Ajé? Yes, please. Is Ajé Olokun that birth Ajé? Exactly. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe sọ yẹn náà, bẹ́ẹ̀ ló ṣe rí. Let me see if I can get the draft. I drafted out a comparison between, the foreign religions, things that you would expect, things that you are familiar with. How do you navigate those parts? I drafted them out. Let me see if I can get it out of my draft. Olúwo àsápè ọlà, ẹ máa wọlé ẹ rọra sá ọ. Olúwo tí ẹ gbọ́ wa lónìí. Oh, you can hear us. It's like you need to get to 50. I want us to get to 52. Olúwo àsápè ọlà àti rí yín. Àti rí yín. Our shy Olúwo. Okay, let's see. Yes, I drafted some things out. Let's see how many of it we can pick before we go. Let's see how many of it we can pick before we go. Okay, so there are things that here I'm going to talk about some differences, don't come to if I mix certain things up. First of all, the concept of God. Yes, ẹ ṣé gan ni. Èmi náà ti dáhùn, mo ti sọ fún wọn pé Olókun òun ló bí Ajé. So the concept of God. So in Ifa, you recognize Olodumare as the supreme being, as the one from whom every other being takes its source. And that being that doesn't have a beginning, doesn't have an end, that's Olodumare. And in church, you believe God. So I'm not saying God is Olodumare, but you see that concept is similar. So you can hold that thought in your head. You have your Bible, you have your scriptures, they have verses. When you come to Ifa, we have the Odu Ifa. They also have Ese. Those are our holy scriptures. So as you read, as you are used to reading your Bible, you want something to replace your Bible. Now that you have come here, buy the Holy Book of Ifa. If you need anyone, just click on the link in the bio or send a DM, right? If you need any of the holy books of Ifa, either in Yoruba or in English, send a DM and then we'll get it across to you. So as you are reading your Bible when you were in church, studying your Bible when you were in church, exactly. Read the Odu Ifa, the Ìwé Mímọ́ Ifa, study the verses there. It's in English and Yoruba, so you don't have an excuse. Read it, study it, right? And then continue to learn. That's where divine wisdom comes from. That's the words from the mouth of Olodumare. Now, you have your spiritual leaders. We have our priests and priestesses. We have our babalawos, our baba lorishas. We have our IYANIFAs. We have all our spiritual leaders. So the same way you show them the respect, you revere them, you have them to guide you, you have them to direct you, you create a relationship with your personal babalawos and personal spiritualists. That's the same way we do here. You have them, you just don't hop from one babalawo to another. Over time, create a relationship with one that you know that you're comfortable with, right? And then continue to work with them. Then our belief about afterlife, heaven and hell, blah, 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 blah. Now, Ifa views life as cynical with reincarnation, that is returning through family lineage. Ifa views life as continuous, it doesn't end, it's continuous. That's how Ifa views life. And please, I need to know that you can hear me because I've stopped seeing the, what's it called? I've stopped seeing the likes and shares. Did Ajay also live as human? Yes, all the Orishas lived and walked this earth as humans. All the Orishas, they lived this earth and they walked this earth as humans. All right, so I know that you can hear me. Okay, so the concept of afterlife in Ifa, like I said, is continuous. There is a world where we existed before, there is a world we're existing now, and there is a world that we would exist after here. Is continuous, and then it just goes like that, you know. How Olokun is man and woman then. Okay, I've explained this in one of my videos when I was talking about what Ifa says about the rainbow community. I mentioned there that some of our orishas were androgynous. It's a thing. It's not. There is no other explanation to it. That's the way they are. Just like in this present day life, you have people that are dual gender. They also had it. Nothing, not it's not a big deal. It's not a new life concept. It's a human life concept. So the concept of sin, yeah, I have explained that in details in a whole video. The concept of sin in Ifa is totally different from the one from where you're coming from in your foreign religion. The video will be available on what's it called? It will be available on YouTube from next week. Yeah, thank you. Drop it. It will be available on YouTube from next week. There is no hell, oh. Hell, boni hell, wa. I say life is continuously rolling. So if there is hell and some people are trapped there, how does life continue from there? There is no hell. Kankan be kankan. Kò sí nǹkan tó ń jẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀. We don't have hell. We don't have devil that tied somebody in hell and is punishing somebody there. Nah, 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 nah. It doesn't exist here. It doesn't exist here. What we have is ọ̀run àti ayé. Àtọ̀run, òun ló ṣe máa ń sọ nínú odù Ifá pé ìgbà tí wọ́n ń ti ìkọ̀lé ọ̀run bọ̀ wá sí ayé, ọ̀run ló ti bọ̀ wá sáyé. Nítorí ẹ̀ náà la ṣe ń sọ pé ẹgbẹ́ ọ̀run, ẹgbẹ́ ta ti ń ṣe ńgbà tá a wà lọ́run, ẹgbẹ́ ta ti ń ṣe ńgbà tá a wà lọ́run. We believe in reincarnation, so why would hell be a thing? If people are going to hell, how are they reincarnating then? So hell is not a thing here. Èèpà ẹgbẹ́ o, àṣèbà àwọn ẹgbẹ́ o. So bá ṣe ní ẹgbẹ́ ọ̀run, ọ̀run yẹn ibẹ̀ la ti ń bọ̀. Adélé ayé, tá bá dẹ̀ ti kúrò nílé ayé, we'll take another form. Our spirit takes another form into another world. You know, this physical world we exist in is not the only thing there is, right? So then, view on destiny. Ifa believes in predestination. Our Ori, we have chosen it before we were born, and it will be revealed to us through divinations. Our destiny is chosen before we are born and revealed to us through predestination, through divination, through the Odrifas. Now, Christianity believes that they also believe in predestination, but they do not believe in predestination as a thing that can be revealed to you, like you can get to know it, you can adjust it if it is not so good. Ifa allows us to adjust. Ifa says, I'm still believing you know about everything in this life. I'm still believing you know about everything in this life. What do you mean you're still believing I know about everything in this life? Okay, I don't know what you mean by that, but all right. So we're talking about predestination. Predestination in Ifa, there's a destiny that you have picked, an Ori, and Ifa allows you. Okay, I get your question or your comment. Ifa allows you to adjust it. Ifá gbà ká fi ọwọ́ ara wa báyìí ká fi tún orí wa ṣe, ká tún orí tá a yàn yẹn ká tún ṣe. Ifá gbà ká tún ṣe. You understand? In Christianity, that's not the way they believe it. So once you come, please unlearn everything and relearn the new things. Another thing I wrote here is about our sacred practices. Christianity focuses on fasting and praying, baptism, blah, blah, blah. We focus on divination, etutu, ebo, iwure. We don't pray, oh God, please help me. Oh, please, God. Oh, God, please. If you do this for me, oh, give me God. Oh, nah. We don't do that here. We make authoritative declaration and wureni. We speak the things that we want on a precedence because this and this has happened, because this and this exists in nature. I am also calling this and this for myself. That's the way we do it. So ditch that your idea of God, please, God, please. I'm begging you, God, please, God, please. Declarations is what we make. You want to be rich, you want money. Wàá sọ pé bí a ṣe kí ń rí di òkun tá a kì í rí di ọ̀sà tí ọmọ aráyé ò mọ̀ di ajé olókun, ire owó mi kò ní wọn ò ní rí díẹ̀, ọmọ aráyé ò ní lè rí díẹ̀. It will not have end. My money will be long, like the ocean is long. It's declaration that we make. You want favor. Favor in Yoruba is called ojurere. You will tell yourself pé bí owó ṣe ń rí ojú owó báyìí, ire lójú owó ń rí. Bí ojú owó ṣe ń rí ire, èmi lágbájá ọmọ lágbájá kí n máa ríre. Precedence òun la fi ń sọ̀rọ̀. You are in a place where there is competition and you want your own customers and clients to come and look for you. You pick the precedence of the kola nut and the bitter kola. Inú igbó ló ń wà. Ọmọ aráyé máa ń lànà kan ni. Nobody plants bitter kola and kola nut in a flower pot in front of their house. Inú igbó lobì máa ń wà. Inú igbó ni orógbó máa ń wà. Ọmọ aráyé máa ń lànà kan ni. On that precedence, gbogbo ibi tí ń bá wà, àwọn olóore ni wọ́n á lànà kan mí. Wọ́n á lànà wá bá mi ń bẹ̀ ni láṣẹ Ìdùmarè. How can we learn all this precedent? Díẹ̀díẹ̀ la máa kọ́. I'm putting together a book on it, on Ìwúre. Láṣẹ Ìdùmarè. Once the book is ready, you will have it. But meanwhile, just be learning as people are saying this. As you hear people, someone should come and open this for me. As you hear people do Ìwúre, Just learn and write it down. Learn and write it down. There are lots of ones that I say. Learn and write it down. I heard astrologists can even know human being better than IFA sometimes. Don't let's go into that today. Àti débi tá a máa sùn tá a bá bẹ̀rẹ̀ yẹn lénìí. So, excuse me. Bring me a cup instead. Bring me a cup, thank you. So the concept of salvation, very important. Please, why are we not on 30K? In IFA, some people are not meant to fast, but you can't know if you don't do a divination. Okay, yes. A divination answers everything. Oh. Don't even assume that you know. The next life is going to be tomorrow, but tomorrow's one is going to be 12 noon or 3 p.m. Please, let's have a vote. You guys know what your schedule is like. 12 noon or 3 p.m. tomorrow. I'm going to be live every day from 1 week, and I started on when did I start? On Saturday. Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Yeah. So what time do you guys prefer? 12 noon Nigerian time tomorrow or 3 p.m. Nigerian time tomorrow? Let me know so that we can fix the time for tomorrow. So the concept of salvation, the concept of salvation. If in fact salvation, that thing you call salvation, is just about balancing and maintaining life. We are balancing and maintaining life and fulfilling your destiny. Balancing, maintaining life, and fulfilling your destiny. That's all. There is no salvation of somebody died for your sins and somebody has taken your sins away, and then you now feel like, oh, no, there is no sin. It's just sheer irresponsibility, lack of accountability. That's what that concept gives you. We don't have it in IFA. So as you are stepping into IFA, ditch the idea that you need salvation from something. You don't need saving from anything. Ìwọ ló máa gbára ẹ là, iṣẹ́ ọwọ́ ẹ ló máa gbà ẹ́ là. Somebody said 12, somebody said 2. That's a tie. So that is not available here. We don't have the concept of sin here. All right, let's pause it today. I will run through other concepts tomorrow. The role of ancestors, moral framework, how we make our prayers, the role of the clergy people, the role of justice, the role of good and evil, and all of those good stuff. We'll talk about that tomorrow. I told you that this live streaming is not going to be that long. So, but before we go, I want to bring somebody on this live to do an iwure for us, to pray for us, like you say. Let me find out if the person is available. Let me find out if the person is available to do the iwure for us. I already told him he's going to be here, so that it's not just going to be me, because some of you that is asking, we have a babalawo there. Yes, we do. Let me bring one of them live. Let me check if he's available. Let me check if he's available. Just hold on. While we're waiting for that, while we're waiting for the person to come on live, let me do this. Just hold on, please.
Àwúrà olú onílé epo, àmàwọ̀ márò ó máa kú ọ̀la, èyí kàárè ọlọ́wọ́ ìjẹ́.
Let me see if the person can join us. Let me see if the person can join us.
Àwúrà olú onílé epo, àmàwọ̀ márò ó máa kú ọ̀la, èyí kàárè ọlọ́wọ́ ìjẹ́. Yeyede ibi gbogbo náà ládé kojú o. Ibi gbogbo náà kì í bí mómi. Ibi gbogbo náà ẹ̀wù yìí mọ̀ dé o.
can still call after the live. Just drop a message on drop a message on Telegram or WhatsApp.
oníbùwọ̀rọ̀ lóde Òṣogbo. Ọ̀rẹ́ pa lódò pa o. Orí yẹyẹ. Ó máa ń pa ó pa o. Orí yẹyẹ. Ẹ bá ń kórè yẹyẹ. Orí yẹyẹ. Ọ̀rẹ́ pa lódò pa o. Orí yẹyẹ. Orí mo ní kó pa o. Orí yẹyẹ. Orí wà dé. Orí yẹyẹ. Òṣùwọ̀n ti bẹ́ wà jí o.
For those of you that are just joining us, we are about to end. Though. I'm waiting for there's an Oluwo that I'm trying to invite to do Iwure for us before we go. Today we were talking about I was taking questions from after the video for yesterday for people that are transitioning, that are moving from foreign religion to IFA, questions that they had and all of those good stuff, comparison, things that is similar and things that you totally just have to scrap as you get here, and how to navigate that journey. That was the question we were asking. Aboru aboye baba mi, gbogbo atoyin o. That's the question we were asking for today. So we're about to round up, but this live is also going to be available alongside other live streamings that have been done and recorded. It will be available on YouTube from next week. To get to the new YouTube channel, just click on the link in the bio. For those of you that are asking about the IFA College, IFA College is an online teaching platform, online learning platform where we teach about IFA. We don't teach you how to become a babalawo. If you want to become a babalawo, you have to sit under the tutelage of another babalawo to learn. But we teach you about IFA. We teach IFA studies in relation with the spirituality in IFA. That's one course. We have IFA and computer science. We have Orisha herbalism and traditional medicine. We have Oshun fertility and midwifery. Keep liking, keep tapping, keep sharing. We have Oshun fertility and midwifery. And classes are flexible. You take your classes at your own pace. Classes are flexible at your own pace. Yeah, classes are flexible at your own pace, irrespective of your time zone. You log into your class when you're ready, you pause when you're busy, you resume when you're ready again, and we're all just sharing knowledge. Our classes are taken by, like I said, I'm not the only one that runs IFA College. We are a team of a 41 member team. We have babalawos, we have babalorishas, iyalorishas, iyanifas, àwọn eléwé ọmọ, àwọn ìyá àbíyè, àwọn olúwo, àwọn oníṣègùn. All of us put together are running this entire team. To register at IFA College, our registration is not a direct. Okay, how do I explain this? Send a message to the admissions office. They will give you the details. Don't let me bore you with that. On the link in the bio, it takes you to Telegram. The WhatsApp number is listed there. You can send a DM. The admissions departments will respond to you and guide you through your admission process. There are certain things I need to talk to you about, before you register at the IFA College, for you to understand what you are going there to do. It's not just the gbogbo ero thing, you understand? So send a message either via WhatsApp or Telegram, or send a DM. The admissions office would respond to you. And our goal with IFA College is to have an online private university of IFA and Yoruba studies. I know that in different schools we have Department of African Studies that encompasses everything, but we want to have the one that is solely for IFA. And they will not take us seriously until they see us putting our money where our mouth is. That's why we have embarked on this project. Ori has asked us to do this. And along the way too, we are working towards getting IFA studies into secondary schools as a subject in the secondary school, just like we have CRK and IRK, so that students can also learn. Before you say, oh, I chose this religion. You don't choose from one thing. Your parents gave you only one option. That's not a choice. That was something that was forced down your throat, right? So at least let our children learn. Also at the IFA college, we have Yoruba studies. You learn Yoruba language because at the end of the day, IFA was given in Yoruba language. Yes, it has been translated. The IFA has been translated into English, Spanish, Portuguese, and other wonderful languages, but original is Yoruba. And Yoruba is a very beautiful and descriptive language that English lacks the depth of vocabulary to translate Yoruba completely. So the same way they made you learn Ede Larubawa, the Arabic language, before you could read the Quran, and you learnt English too, you have to, and invariably, somewhere along the line, learn Yoruba too, to be able to read and understand Ifa in the depth of what it is. So yeah, Yoruba studies is also available. And then we have IFA studies for kids. Those of you that were on the live streaming yesterday, you saw one of my children being taught. Yes, I teach them every day. We have Yoruba studies for kids. We have IFA studies for kids too. Those two courses are open for kids from age 5 and above. So as you are registering as a parent, also register your children so that your children will grow and have better options in life, more equipped with knowledge and not being tossed to and fro by everything that is foreign. Yeah. So I have not seen Dioluo to come up. Oh. Ah, and I really want him to. Olúwofoyè, tẹ́ bá ń gbọ́ wa lórí live yìí, ẹ jọ̀ọ́, I want you to come on the live streaming kẹ́ wá ṣe ìwúre fún wa bá ṣe ń close live streaming yìí. Tẹ́ ẹ bá dẹ̀ wà available, ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ẹ jẹ́ kí n mọ̀ so that I can just do it and not keep people waiting. Àṣèbà kọ́dá ayé o, àṣèbà àṣẹ̀dá, àṣèbà Elédùmarè, ọba tẹ́rẹrẹ kárí ayé, àṣèbà àwọn tó ṣílẹ̀kùn ọjọ́ ìní, àṣèbà jagunmalé olúwo òde ọ̀run, àní kí bà wá ṣe o, àṣèbà àwọn ìyá mi, ọ̀pákí àlàkẹ́, àwọn olókìkí òru, àwọn atẹ̀dọ̀jòróǹró, àwọn arógbaṣọ má balẹ̀, àwọn ọlọ́mú kan tí ń fún gba ọmọ lọ́mú, ẹlẹ́sẹ̀ kan tí ń bẹ́lẹ́sẹ̀ méjì jà, àṣèbà yín o, àní kí bà wá ṣe o, àṣèbà gbogbo àwọn olúwo, àṣèbà gbogbo àwọn àpènà, mo ṣèbà Jíbọ́lá, mo ṣèbà onílé, mo ṣèbà ẹdun, mo ṣèbà gbogbo àwọn ògbóni tó wà lórí láìfì àtàwọn tó wà ní orígun mẹ́rẹ̀ẹ̀rin àgbálá ayé, mo ṣe ogbó atọ́ yín o, mo ṣèbà àwọn ọlọ́kọ̀ tó wà wá sáyé, ìbà yé wa, ìbà bàbá wa, àṣèbà gbogbo àwọn òrìṣà wa, yèyé ọ̀ṣun ṣẹ̀ǹgẹ̀ṣẹ́, ẹbọra tí ń gbénú omi, ládékojú, ìbà o, ìbà yemọja, àṣèbà ògúnlákayé ọ̀ṣẹ́mọlẹ̀, òlómi nílé fẹ̀jẹ̀wẹ̀, òláṣọ nílé fi mọ̀kímọ̀ bora, àṣèbà o, ìbà o, ṣàngó ọba kòso, ṣàngó tí ń yọná lẹ́nu, ẹkùn ọkọ ọya, àṣèbà o, èṣù láàlú ògiri òkò, òbẹ̀lẹ́kún sunkún kẹ́rù bẹlẹ́kún, ẹlẹ́kún sunkún lárún yè ń sùn jẹ, àṣèbà o, ajé olókun, asọ̀rọ̀dayọ̀, àṣèbà gbogbo àwọn rúmọlẹ̀ pátápátá láì dá kankan sí láṣèbà. Wọ́n ní tọmọdé bá ṣèbà á roko dalẹ́, àwa ti wọlé àṣèbà lénìí, ẹ̀yin alálẹ̀ ilẹ̀ yìí ẹ jẹ́ ká roko dalẹ́ o, àṣèbà àwọn tó ti kọ́kọ́ lọ síwájú wa, àṣèbà gbogbo babaláwo, gbogbo bàbá lórìṣà, gbogbo ìyánífá, gbogbo ìyá lórìṣà, àṣèbà gbogbo àwọn oníṣègùn, àṣèbà gbogbo àwọn bàbá, gbogbo àwọn ìyá, àní kí bà wá ṣe o, àti ṣèbà ó di dandan ká roko dalẹ́, àjàgùnmàlè olúwo òde ọ̀run, àṣèbà gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ẹ wà lórí láìfì yìí, mo ṣèbà orí yín, mo ṣèbà ẹlẹ́dàá yín, ẹ ṣé o. ẹ̀yin ni mo máa rí bá, èmi náà lẹ́yìn náà a máa rí. Ojú tẹ́ fi ń wò wá kò ní fọ́, àtojú náà àtojú òde ayé ò ní gbà á lọ́wọ́ yín. Wọn ò ní sọ yín di ta ló wọlé, ta ló jáde, ta ló wà ń bẹ̀ yẹn láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Etí tẹ́ dẹ̀ fi ń gbọ́ wa náà kò ní di. Ẹ̀yin la máa bá, àwa lẹ máa rí o láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Èní ọjọ́ ajé, mo ṣèwúre ajé fún yín. Ajé olókun á sọ̀rọ̀ dayọ̀, á sọ̀rọ̀ yín dayọ̀ láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Àtọ̀tún àtòsì tẹyẹlé fi ń kóre wá, ire owó, ire ọlá, ire ọlà ni ajé á máa kó wá fún yín o. Ẹ kó ajé lọ́nà, ajé á dúró tì yín nílé, ajé á jókòó sílé yín, ẹ lájé lọ́wọ́, ẹ ní lọ́rùn o láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Wọ́n ní ẹni tó bá lẹ́rú báyìí òun ló lẹ́rù. Gbogbo ẹrù tó wà lọ́wọ́ ajé, ẹrù owó, ẹrù ọlá, ẹrù ọlà, ajé máa sọ̀ kalẹ̀ sílé yín, á dúró sílé yín, á dirún, á digba nílé yín láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Wọ́n ní agbe tí ń gbére pàdé olókun. Wọ́n ní kó má gbére pàdé olókun mọ́, kó wá máa gbé pàdé àwa àti gbogbo àwọn tó wà lórí láìfì yìí. Àlùkò tó ń gbére pàdé ọlọ́ṣà, má gbé pàdé ọlọ́ṣà mọ́, máa gbé lọ bá gbogbo àwọn tó wà lórí láìfì yìí, àtèmi àtẹ̀yin àti gbogbo aráalé wa. Kó máa gbére ajé wá fún wa ni o láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Gbogbo àwọn èèyàn jàǹkànjàǹkàn léèkàn léèkàn lórúkọ tó wà lórígun mẹ́rẹ̀ẹ̀rin àgbálá ayé yìí, kó máa fi ire ajé wọn, kó máa fi wá wa wá, kó máa fi jíǹkí wa, kó máa fi ṣe ọlá àtọlà fún wa láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Wọ́n ní nítorí pé irun orí òun ló ń bo àṣírí orí, èékánná ọwọ́ àti èékánná ẹsẹ̀ òun ló ń bo àṣírí ọwọ́ àtẹsẹ̀. Ọmọ aráyé á fi ajé, wọ́n á fi bò yín láṣìírí. Àṣírí ẹ̀kọ kò kí ń tú lójú ewé, àṣírí yín ò ní tú. Ọmọ aráyé ò ní mọ̀ di abájọ yín o láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Gbogbo bẹ ṣe ń fà á, tẹ ṣe ń lù ú, á máa dún fún yín ni o láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Gbogbo àwọn babaláwo wa àti ìyánífá la ṣèwúre yìí fún. Iṣẹ́ tẹ́lẹ̀dùmarè ti parí báyìí ló máa gbé dé iwájú yín. Ẹ ní fọmọ ṣiṣẹ́, àní fọkọ ṣiṣẹ́, àní fira wa ṣiṣẹ́ o láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Ẹ ṣé púpọ̀ o, gbogbo ìta ti wí, àṣẹ ti gùn, arọ ti rọ̀ mọ́. Ó ti rí bẹ́ẹ̀, ó ti ṣẹ bẹ́ẹ̀, torí pé àgbà tálágẹmọ bá dá báyìí òun lòrìṣà òkè ń gbà. Àbáládá léni o, Ọlọ́run Elédùmarè, òrìṣà òkè, ó ti fi àṣẹ sí. Àṣẹ, àṣẹ, àṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Thank you very much for joining. I will be back tomorrow, either by 12 o'clock or 3 o'clock, but it will be scheduled here. Life will be scheduled here. So you can come back tomorrow and check the time that has been scheduled, either 12 or 3. It will be scheduled here. Someone is asking, what kind of cleanse bath do you sell? Okay, you can send a DM. We have a lot of cleansing products. I brought out some of them on the live video yesterday. Tomorrow I'm going to showcase the products that we have. Maybe we're even going to have a sales on the live. If I have enough people and I'm encouraged, we can have a 50% sales of the product right there on the live, and you buy, you send in your payments, we confirm it, you send in your delivery details, and immediately the live presentation is over, live streaming is over, you get your product. Can we do that tomorrow? But I have to be encouraged o. Kò ń ṣe bí tó ní 30k tẹ́ ṣe lénìí o. Ẹ̀yin lẹ ṣe 200 250k lánàá, ẹ ṣé. Bá ti ẹ̀ jẹ́ èèyàn 1k gan ni màá ṣì wúre fún yín. Ẹ ṣé, mo dúpẹ́. Ẹ̀yin la máa bá, àwa náà dẹ̀ lẹ máa rí. So tomorrow, maybe I would add that to what I will do tomorrow. Bring out all the products we have at the shrine and showcase them on the live streaming. And then we have a price slash, just give it away at a discount price that everybody will be able to afford, so that you can use them and come back and say, ìyánífà yẹn gbóná. Àbí ṣé bẹ́ẹ̀ kọ́ lè ṣe máa ń sọ? Elédùmarè á dẹ̀ jẹ́ kó bá yín lára mu. Nǹkan tẹ́ fẹ́ fi ṣe, ó máa ṣiṣẹ́ fún yín. Ẹ dẹ̀ padà wá sọ pé mo kí àwọn babaláwo mi bó ṣe ń sọ ní odù Ifá, wọn ní bẹ́ẹ̀ ló ń ṣẹnu rere kí awo, làwọn awo ń yin Ifá, nífá yin Elédùmarè. Gbogbo nǹkan tẹ́yin náà bá máa rà á bá yín lára mu. ẹ ṣe ní rere kífá, àwa náà á dẹ̀ máa yin Olódùmarè. So see you tomorrow. Should we fix it at 12 or 3? Let's see. 12 or 3. Maybe we should do 3 p.m. so that people on other time zone too, they will be, you know, available. So if you can do like 3 to 6, other people can join along the line. And then when we have a tangible number of people, then we can run the sales of the different products for cleansing, for favor, for business, for protection, for fertility, for grace, for spiritual direction, different things, different forms that they come. Until tomorrow, Asunre o, ọ̀kọ̀ọ̀kan jí o. 3 p.m. Nigerian time. Yes, please. 3 p.m. Nigerian time. 3 p.m. Nigerian time. 3 p.m. Nigerian time. That will be 9 a.m. EST. That will be 2 p.m. GMT. That will be 6 p.m. in Dubai and across the Gulf countries. Yes. So, any other person, you have any personal questions, click on the link. Once this live is over, just go to the bio. You'll see the Telegram link there. You see the WhatsApp number there, or you can send a DM. Until tomorrow, ire àti ayọ̀ ni o. Ẹ bá wa kí gbogbo àwọn ará ilé yín o. Ẹ ṣé, ó dàbọ̀.